Morning, people. Um, shit. Morning, people. Um, Top of the morning. Oh, slept well last night. Against my will, actually, cause I wasn't trying to sleep. I was doing some stuff, and I guess doze off. So I guess when you're tired, you're tired. So, um, I wake up this morning, and I guess the first thing I should do is pray, which I didn't. I need to get back into the lifestyle or habit of praying. I prayed last night though, cause what I was doing, just I try to root out evil out of my life, and you know. So I've asked God for step in, you know, when I felt like the devil might win, which is not always though, you know. I'm so, you know, cause me look on the devil like him fool, honestly. Like, or if you go against God, the person who met you, how you actually expect to win, you know. So it's like anytime the devil have me away, like I feel like I have to pray, I actually lose, actually feel like I lose because I shouldn't make a person who is so stupid with such a um like a little one trick pony get the better of me. And when I say one trick pony, as in the devil is known as the accuser. You know, he's him the what the guy that do to like Bujo. He's a person who like him like entrap and then him inform. So the devil is an entrapper and he's an informer. He will give all the tools you need for sin and then he will run go to God and say, see there, him no worthy cause so and so so and so so and so. Say them go hell make me have a moderator. Well him might not say that because the rules that are in place and the nature of God is that once you're in sin, you can't go to heaven because God is the antithesis of sin. The Bible says God is a raging fire. So the very character and essence of God destroys sin. You know, it's like in the Bible with the Ark of the Covenant when time going at the thing and them burn up and dead in like God's presence because we not worthy. Anything imperfect, God is purity. So anything imperfect will like destroy. So there's no pact or law in place where people who sin, devil take them and once you're evil, God presence are gonna like destroy you. So that's why the devil have to be doing these things to get in the presence of God. Him can't come in the Holy Ghost fire. Him can't come in the presence. So him have to cool on the fire first. You know? And try to get you that way. Him cool it down with lust, bad thoughts and things. So them give you the media and all these things to give you the to like plant the seed. So it's like TV programming. Them program you to think a certain way so that them can cool you down and bring you to so that's what TV is about. So that you react a certain way because they need to get you to react a certain way whenever somebody offend you so that it cool on the fire inside there because we're all fire. In the sense that this human body is it's a machine, it's a robot suit that is designed to harness light and operate, right? The body say so like God said we're the father of light to the Torah. The Bible says God is the father of light, you know, and Jesus said let your light shine. So we are actually light. When a baby is born into the world, because man can't create life. The Bible says your father is the father of your flesh, right? Your mother provide the egg and harness inside, but they are only the father of your body. They're not the father of your soul. That soul come directly from heaven. God said in the Bible, I knit you together in the womb. So there's a video what I'm going to show you that at the point of conception, when a sperm reaches the egg, a bright light flash. Because this is Jesus himself. Because the Bible says Jesus is heat. Sorry, the Bible says Jesus is the light of the world. That light everything that come into the world. So that's his job. That the Father gave him. So when the sperm touch the egg, God recognize it as you taking part in co-creation. That's why you mustn't fornicate and have like a bunch of baby out of umbrella and so forth. You know? So and I believe that if the mother and the father is both Christian, then the baby is not born in sin. It said we're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. But if the mother is not in sin and the father is not in sin, as in there's no sinful demons also present in that flesh, then when the sperm touch the egg and Jesus put a man upon it, and the bright light spark that the camera show, if you trust me, it's a beautiful thing. You actually want to see it. There's a bright light, like thunder, and that's when light enter the womb when God touch it. So we are co-creators, but we can make life, you know. And scientists try to explain it away because the aim of science is to disprove God, is to explain and disprove God so that we don't know. So scientists are saying that it's zinc or some chemical thing cause that light flash or so forth, you know. So them know everything and them still not believe in God. So anyway, so based on all that, what I know, I think the devil is stupid because he's going against God, and Imam have to know him can't win. And he's not actually stupid because he's smarter than us. Hard to believe, but him knows him can't win. So the only way him can win is by hurting God, and that is by leading as many people away as possible, which is the story of the Pied Piper. You know, the Pied Piper did, like, there were some rats in the town, I plague the town, and this Pied Piper playing flute and lead them away. And when the town people supposed to pay him, them no boy pay him. So him play the flute and then lead all the children away and carry them away. So which is what the devil doing really? The devil feels like God now appreciate him, or him feels like he more word than God, or he feels like he's equal because him say I will be like God. So God no recognize that and throw him out of heaven. So he's now the Pied Piper leading the people of away, leading away God's children. You know, so um that's basically it in like a nutshell. And in order to do so, he needs to get us to accept new normal that is lower than the standard of God. And that's what you call progressive thinking, which is when them act educated and philosophical and logical and come up with all kind of concepts, sorry, and come up with all type of concepts that they believe are better than God. So it's like them to look upon, for instance, you look at the Constitution, like them say gun laws out of date and so forth and things of that nature, because they want to imprison people in draconian system and bring in terrorists and so forth, so they can kill off the Christians and who they want to kill off, and have them not able to defend themselves when they bring war to them homeland, right? So them look and say those laws were good for the past, but they're not good now. So they look at the laws of God and say, well, some of the things them really make sense, and like say woman must preach in church, and them use that as like an example to say some things outdated now, because back in those days women were so forth, which in that case maybe true because God inspire women, and I've been ministered to by women preaching, so I'm not quite sure on that particular topic, but they used an example like that and broad stroke many things that God have no compromise of. Like God say you must beat the child. Him say don't spare the rod. Him say if you hate the rod, him say if you spare the rod, you actually hate the son. It's the foolishness is born in the heart of a child, but a rod of encourage and drive him far. You know? It say if you beat as a child with the rod, he shall not die. That's a physical thing. That's not anything philosophical. But them say, it's actually I'm progressive to like not beating now, and you use punishment and you withhold toys and so forth. When I say even animals, I say puss and dog beat them kids. When them, like bite them with some little play bite, not anything too hard. And I actually see a puss kiss, like kick some, like kick a kitten. Not hard, but kick it up when they meet asleep, like and like I'm naked. So like to think that we know as human beings, not just I'm human beings because the word human being is not in the Bible. It's the Son of Man, which I guess is the same thing, but it's a we're God's children, and the Father of our spirits. It said we must reverence the Father of our spirits and live, and that we'll get human, and that at the end of the world, when time God come back, we'll get new bodies and we'll leave this world and we'll be transfigured and look like Him. It's a no are we the sons of God, but we don't look like Him. But when Him come, we shall see Him as He is, and we'll be transformed to look like Him, and we will fly out. So basically, human being is like clothes what you wear. So when time we talk about human rights, that is a myth from the devil, because there's no such thing as human rights. That's like saying my clothes have rights and then elevated to say no. And why them say human rights is because them do give people the right that God give them, and them do say godly rights are so forth as children of God. So them do have to acknowledge God, so them bring it down to the element of clothes and say human rights. That's like me park my car, you run on my car, and like person abuse my car, and them say yo, because them have and because them off acknowledge me and say, you violate me. Them say, well, it's a car, and so forth, and I know your car have a right for park up and not be hit and like so forth. Which is what them do with the Tesla cars. There are people saying, well, we hate Elon, so when I really harm people, we get to harm the car, which is a bad thing. So um that's basically where it is now. So getting back to the devil and how I think him stupid and actually hate to, I don't say I hate to pray. That could be a myth of the devil. Like it's actually pride too, and pride is not of God, because God's my humble. So that is something I say that is wrong with me, where I don't like um to me it always feel like a retreat, like running with my tail between my legs. Anytime I feel say, yo, God, me mess up, and so forth, and pray and so forth, and say, yo, God, the devil have me away, and I need your help, and so forth. To me, that feel like weakness. I feel based on everything I know about the Bible and everything God teach me and everything I know about His character and the discernment that Him give me, that I mustn't fall prey to anything. Anytime I get tricked or I feel like the devil get a one upon me, and so I actually feel stupid, and anytime I feel stupid and feel like I mess up and feel like the devil have me now, and I feel like I have to seek God to help me get out of this whatever I'm in, I actually feel like the devil win. Like the devil laugh and say, see there, wrong to your father, right here, right. And that is what kind of inhibit my prayer life, where I don't pray as much. Another thing that inhibit my prayer life is that um I feel so close to God, based on the place where me and God has been in the past, and knowing what, like God said, is that God said Him have me in Him hand. Jesus said that God put me in His hand, said the Father give them to me, and no one can snatch me out of Him hand. So no matter what the devil do, I know I'm in God's hand, and there's nothing but Him can do to take me out. God said that nobody can take me out of Him hand. See what I say? So I don't ever feel apart from God, even if me and Him talk for years. It's like I had a childhood best friend, you know, and no matter, even though he migrates and him gone and they all about the place and we hardly see each other. Anytime we see each other and talk, well, it changed now, right? But back then, and I mean, anytime we see each other and talk, while he was still out here and so forth, it's like um, there's no distance, there's no love lost. I don't ever feel like say before our part or we can only talk about surface trivial things. The bond is always there. Cause me and him apart from like before infant school. School together, get beaten together. Him teach me for course bad word when time never even know for course bad word and say, oh my, I said this bumble class. I'm so what that mean? Bumble class, I'm start going and practice bad word and stuff there. But like actually just like I'm got you enough through teen years, through puberty, through party and all them stuff there. So um that closeness for me was always there. The only time it felt distant was when him get baptized and him call me and tell me say him turn like I'm Christian, and I actually feel sad because I feel like, oh, like how like I'm acting, so say I'm lose a friend, because I know it will never be the same, and he was the only person who like I ever trust, in the sense that I I actually can't even build a spliff good, because when Toby did just start smoking and him did a build a spliff them, fiend spliff them always come up better than mine and perfect. Like, so I'm become lazy. I say, alright, you just unbuild them. So if me supposed to build a spliff now, it look like some little, but female always tight and look like it come out of factory. And if I'm gonna build them like fat, small, shaped like a cone, shaped round, and him do it so perfect that I say, yo, it's like one time in Billy Spliff, it looks so pretty. It's like, yeah, it's like you don't even want to smoke it. You like just want to look upon it. So, um, he's the only person who would actually build a spliff and I would have smoke it. Not really even, and like when time I used to go party or I used to go out, every Saturday morning we go downtown. Not really every Saturday morning, but you know, and we like go to that famous lane where them sell the weed them, and I like we buy we I like what I'm buy we weed, and then when time we come home we start building split from the day, cause we don't want the end of the party or like anywhere and like we're about to unmiggle. So I'm gonna have like some altered case where like you have the bubble gum, I mean like some case, and would have build them roll up like a pack of cigarettes and have everything pack up from the day. So when time I reach and we go out at night now and so we just like you know we just take out like so what thing like I'm not if a you know so all them stuff is like so now when time I look at that now that's how I feel with God like so we're always close and me and him was like actually still always close like that. He don't ever leave. I'm with me because when I check for somebody I always check for somebody even if I fall out, I'm like, we're not talk, we're not going with your harm because the love for me is not gone, you know? Only if it become like a act of war where you are trying to harm me, then it will lead me to the point to like do the same to really in self defense. And even then it's like a thing with like David and Absalom or David and Saul, where like if I do have to absolutely like terminate or get you out of my life or kill you totally, I probably won't if I still have love for you, if I think that I can subdue you so that you don't harm me. Like once I get you to a point where you're not really harm me or if you can no longer physically in a place to harm me and you're still alive, if you're somebody who like I once check for and care for, that is for me as in a preference to like, you know, cause once I care for somebody, you know, I want that person to thrive even if me and them not really in a nothing or so. That's why I don't get when time somebody break up with somebody and the more the worse what happen to them. Because that means they truly never love the person. You know, love what the person bring to your life. And when the person is not in your life, then to hell with them, them can suffer and all them stuff there. You know, so um when you care for somebody, you don't actually want harm from them. So when him and me stop like we stop link, you know, that that love was always there. The only time it had became evident to me that that love was gone or not actually quite there is when I realized say him start to come to the island sometime cause like him a migrate and like he never check me like I only see like say like I see some picture them on like him social media and it's just like he was actually with there or like something like that and I said yeah. So like I get to realize say um like him grow past or actually move up, which even though we don't link with and him do like a brother, I'm not link her, so you know, the love for me is always there and I still feel that closeness. But you know, if you come down with your family and all them stuff there and you don't really check me and say rate here, then you know, it show me say it's not the same, you know. So that's the reason why it's not the same, but not on my part. You know, I still wish him all the best and so forth. And he had like a certain ailment, like some kind of back problem and rate, and I found this treatment that is good from it's the world's best source, the world's best treatment center for like back pain. And I'm selling to him, you know, if music and all them stuff because I'm still thinking about how to help you out and how to make your life better and things of that nature. You know, and I think it's actually my fault. I will actually get into that, but he came down and one time and him like check me and we had talk and him say yo like him I go him I'm come with them kids and wife and so forth and say yo him I go come back and check me later with the kids them. But I was in like a poor state as in him I do so well and so forth and my financial state was actually bad. So I wanted to show him say yo I have big things planning. So like I have things under things like under like say things under horizon. So I was telling him some of my business plans, you know, and I was showing say yo everything soon manifest. I guess needs to get so done. So I don't know if the way like when I tell him say yo I need to get like so and so if him thinks him more big him some money or like so forth or things of that nature where him thinks say like him like say him I'm just come check my mail asking for some money. I never asked for the money. I was on saying like I have like a business plan, you know. I'm gonna start my own like web store, Shopify, whatever, and rate area and this and you know, and all I need is like this for like advertising and so forth and like rate area, you know. So I don't know if him thinks I was like leading up to a point where I would ask him. But after that and him say I'm gonna come back and check me later, him never come back and check me, you know, and him come back since then I never check my them stuff there and you know, I call him on the phone. I never. I'm going to use. I don't know if him thinks say, man, like, but I had no plan to ask him for to not more that so. And then again, but that's beside the point. I think I actually realized when I talk, I sort of like deviate too much without making points. I'm going to fix that in the future. You know, I think I will probably have to script my arguments and to a new script so that I do deviate like not really script but just like list of talking points to really elaborate on. You know, um, so me and God is the same way, as in knowing that I don't ever feel like, cause the Bible say that Him give her a spirit of like that we can boldly come before the throne of grace. So even when I'm away from God or in sin, so to speak, which is not very often, because I'm not really ever in a backsliding state where I feel like I can't go to God or I feel like unworthy. But even when the walk is not as close, where I don't pray as much or I do my devotion as much, I don't feel out of touch like I can't go to God because my mental is never away from God. Because it permeates my mind that everything I do, I'm always thinking along a biblical frame of thought. You know, it's set the principles. It's like an operating system. You have Windows, you have Mac, you have Linux, you have Chrome, and any application where you install have to run on Chrome or OS or so forth. I mean Chrome or Windows or Linux or even Android or so. So my operating system is the Word of God and His principles. So any ideology that I adopt have to fit and run in concordance to the Word of God and His principles. So even when I am not even reading the Bible every day and not go to church every day, because the way how I operate is based on everything we learn from God, how I view the world, everything we interpret is how is operate from God, then I don't ever feel like I'm out of touch or far from God, where like I have to say, God, I need this, I don't feel far from God in anything, you know. So, even when I'm reciting my old songs, I don't feel far from God because I'm doing it as like an example to show. And I learned far from that because there was, while I was working at my old workplace, one of my co-workers them did a DJ said some song. I'm like, I'm sure him say, yo, I'm a music DJ, and I'm sure him say, so I used to rap too, you know. I'm sorry, I like I tell him some of my old songs. I'm say, yo, music, this is I like do all kind of stage show and so forth. And I was doing one of my most evilest lyrics ever. I don't recall the song, and I'm glad I got take it out of my memory. But I was doing something like say I'm one of the most evilest lines, and so when I was doing it, it started from me doing it in retrospect to me doing it live. I start to enjoy and glorify what I'm glorifying. Then as in I start to live the lyrics again mentally. And you see when time I start to live the lyrics again mentally, as in not just telling him say it was that, but start doing it and believing it, and I like start to feel it, and like start to actually I like start to actually enjoy it. Then I feel a darkness come over my heart, and right then and there, it's like some tension coming on my heart, and my heart start feel like say it had this weight on it, like almost like almost like heart palpitations, like say I feel a heaviness on my heart that was with me for like a couple of weeks. I take me enough praying and fasting and so to get that heaviness off of my heart, which I guess is some demon or some evil spirit. Cause the Bible said them so that when them leave them come back with 7 times more whatever and all kind of something. So I guess because I start glorifying those evil sinful lyrics again, them just rush right back. So because I know the devil want me so bad, feel like destroy my life, you know, I don't give any room for the devil. Because when him attack me hard because I'm the one that get away. As in the devil really want me to go to hell. So the minute me in sin, the minute the devil feel say, if I die, I go to hell. I am totally out of here. I'm not gonna hesitate. I'm gonna send some demon, some car accident, some illness or something to take me right away. You know? So that is something that I am well aware of. But anyway, so we talk about that. So um I'm trying to see where I was going with this. Actually kind of forget. Let me see. Hold on. Stay with me. So that friend right here and so forth. Alright, yeah. I don't know. Um so who the son set free is free indeed, and God the war for strive and reach far. So that's the reason why him talk about I mean, sorry, and I'm devil know what we strive and reach for, until until the Bible said that if you in sin, you can't inherit the kingdom of God. So it changed the standard with some norms using society and the media so that we fall short of the great, so that we fall short of the perfection of God. And make no mistake, God is perfection. You know, I was seeing a live the other day with Smash, this guy with some prayers and so forth, and I always follow him on like TikTok because he have some nice prayers and him can pray good, even better than me. Because I'm not a good prayer or person who can pray because I get straight to the point. So I'm not good with long prayers. As in, if I pray, I just tell God so and so, and I don't say the sense like, and I'm God and this and that. From I tell God what, how much is it, be done. Because I know so God know everything before me say it. To the Bible says God know everything before it even come out of mouth. Him know my thoughts, he know everything. So sometimes I don't even pray because I say God, you know what I need, you know so forth. So many people say the sense for ask because I know say you not go hold back anything. So if you seek the kingdom first, everything will be added unto you. So I'm not good at praying, but I like smashing them prayers and so forth. So he was doing a live, but I stumbled on by accident, and like he was talking about some of his shortcomings. I am say cause like I'm not perfect, and like him say no one is perfect. But when I read the Bible, it tells me say that we should be perfect. You know, God actually wants us to be perfect. So I started to research perfection in the Bible, and I'm creating a presentation about a sermon, because I'm not a preacher, on perfection. But to just give a summary, from what I realize is that God wants us to be perfect, and perfection is possible. So the term "no man is perfect" is a term from the devil because he don't want us to strive for that perfection. And some scriptures that come to mind is where he said, "Be ye perfect as I am perfect." And when God was talking to the devil about Job, God actually said that devil was. I mean, God actually said that Job was perfect. Like, have you considered my servant Job like perfect? And I see where that term perfection is used to describe many people in the Bible. But it's not perfection as in don't make mistake. It's not perfection. Him say in your heart is perfect. So God wants our heart to be perfect. That's all He want. Perfection, our heart. It's simple. And perfection in our heart mean total loyalty, as in undivided, no verbalness. So God wants our heart to be perfect, and then it said that He will guide us to live perfect. As long as our heart perfect and focus upon Him and not deviate to the devil, meaning we don't serve two masters and not Him alone we are served, then He will lead us to be perfect in our walk and our steps. So perfection is like total loyalty and also maturity, as in completeness, as in you grown ups, and like live as how you should. So there's no willful sin, there's no basic mistakes, but you'll still be mistake because you're imperfect. But God will help us to live to the best as how we can once our heart is totally focused and we're not willfully sinning and say, "Chuck, God will forgive me," and so forth. That is, you know, so it's not anything I'm like that. So we can be perfect. In the Bible say it. In fact, if you just type in the word perfect in any Bible I'm thesaurus and so much the word perfection I'm come up. God wants us to be perfect. So I will get into that um later. I don't want to keep this too long, so I'm going for 28 minutes. I don't know how time is fly, so as soon as we start, it make it seem like time fly and rate your way. So, and the next thing I want to see is, so I woke up this morning, and I read the Bible first, go up on YouTube, which is wrong, and so forth. And I see an interview with Vibes Cartel on the Breakfast Club, where I talk about prison and so forth, and marriage and things. Everybody talk about him wife, see them, and things of that nature. Um, so he was in prison for 13 years, and it shaped who he is, and which is a good thing because you look at the story of Jonah in the belly of the whale, you know, and him talk about maybe if he was out on the street he would have dead and so forth, which anything is possible, you know. I had a friend who went to jail, and while he was in jail, some of his other friends were dying. So when I check him in jail, I say you're a good thing, cause Mary said so and so dead and so and so dead and so and so dead. So you know maybe I gotta have you keep in here. And then time that I was a Christian, I did just get baptized, you know, and even though I was going to church and not involved in any sort of lifestyle or anything, you know, I would check him in jail like on Sunday and carry some food from game, you know, KFC, Island Grill and them stuff there. And I would search up the food, you know, and I was shot at the mall, run through everything. But so I was telling him all those things, and like I had to rush because I would drive to church, and then my mother, as soon as me drive to church, she want me drive come back like, yeah, like he get like 20 minutes for talk and like I'm not rich, but she like, yo, she bought the car, to bring back the car, boy, right area. So I would drive to church, and as soon as church done, I don't talk. I just run, go in the car and drive, go down a Spain, like stop a KFC or like a Mile and Grill, and drive like a maniac. I actually bought the little car, the little charade car gonna faster. Was like a dad's charade, 3 cylinder car, no, no, I'm 1000 cc, very slow. I'm going to take it on the road. I'm going I'm Dunblowing road and go down Spain, and I did actually know the road like the back of my hand because them time I used to go Spain and like them part enough, so I know every corner, every twist and every turn, and I used to floor the car like I think it buck at 80 or like I'm 70, and even when it buck and like the engine can't go no further, when I shoot it in like I'm neutral, make it rev up to the red line, and then shoot back in the drive again, make it, I guess like make it, I guess I make it get like a little jump. So we used to do that and carry the food, and I rush come back because I have to come back before she say, so and so. So so like I have on like 30 minutes to buy the food, go Spain, join the line to like make them check the food and give him, and then come back, and then when I come back now, I have to drive go up at my friend's house because the the car would have smell like, say I drive it hard. You could have smell the brake dust and see sometimes even the black dust upon the rim and all kind of something, you know. So I have to go. So like I have to come back at my friend's house and take the hose and hose down the rim them and like wipe off everything, and then I reach home. And that was not every Sunday but a couple Sunday. So I used to check him and say, yo, prison is like a blessing, you know. So and then but I look into it and say, yo, maybe something or something, cause him in a jail and other people. But I don't have imply I mean things, so I'm not really get into that. But I wasn't thinking anything strange and said maybe something or something why him did and everybody so and so and so and so. But um, you know, I just that still. And then I look on that of him being in jail and actually prison, and I recall doing a survey. I was on YouTube a couple days ago, and there was a survey where them list 4 people in jail, 4 famous people, 4 famous rappers. One of them was C Murder, Corey Miller, Master P, little brother. One was, and two I never know about, and the other one was Tory Lanez. So, and let's say which one would you free? And as a person who is totally objective, who um have no personal affiliation to C Murder or Corey Miller, Master P, little brother, or have no personal affiliation to like Tory Lanez, as in I don't really listen music as how I should. As how I used to back in the day. I used to listen music, not fan secular music and so forth. So from when I became a Christian, I haven't been listening music as how, So I'm not familiar with Tory Lanez and music to that. I kept abreast of the trial a bit, not much, of Megan Thee Stallion, and from what I know, or like from what I read, it seemed like he was framed, and I believe being and her friend set him up, you know. I believe it was her female friend who shoot him, and that he was getting up by Rock Nation and Jay-Z and so because he wanted to sign them Illuminati deal and so forth. There's even a video with him like battling the devil, like he's playing basketball against the devil, and he's about owning your own masters. And anybody who is about owning them own masters and being independent and not signing, them always find some way to get them in a jail. So based on how the story go, you know, I think there's some foreplay, and there's this video called "The Truth Is" where them show these things, and you look at how Megan Thee Stallion go after she signed to Rock Nation, where she started the video with the serpent and the snake and the death and the rebirth and like the type of Illuminati and vigils and so forth, and you know, and you see where them are pushy and them are fight with other people like Nicki Minaj and other things. Who everybody do their own part. Cause I've seen videos with Nicki Minaj where it looks like she's on the same type of Illuminati mess where she went to the show just like the Red Riding Hood and with the Pope and all kind of something and all kind of something. So everybody, but from what I understand is that in terms of character and virtuousness and how she speak out against COVID and so forth, it seemed that Nicki Minaj has deviated and is like no longer a puppet. So them try to get her out and replace her with Cardi, Megan, anybody them can. And like I look at all the trouble she had one time and one time she's on tour overseas and things of that nature, you know, and how like the powers that be, industry, Jay-Z and so forth, seem like them are fight her and them off replace her with like other people. So I look at all that and I say, Tory Lanez being in jail look like some sort of ulterior motive, sitting in a something. And as a child of God, when I see another person, though he's not a Christian, yet, you know, anybody who is persecuted by this Babylonian system, I have some sort of affinity and feel aligned with them because based on my own persecution and also being a child of God, to seeing other people who are children of God, in the sense that the devil don't wait until you're baptized and start work for God to attack you. The devil know God plans him, see the light on you, and say, yo, God have plans with this man, so I'm going to start attacking from then. Sometimes I see some people in the world get like attacked because God will use them to do things in the future, you know, or because they're not actually overtly promoting the secular, the Babylonian Baphomet type things. So based on that, um, in the answer to the poll where it asks who you would set free, whether it's Tory Lanez or C Murder, based on that, I would say Tory Lanez. But also knowing that Master P brother has been in jail for many years, from when me just started up from what 2004, from 2000 odd, you know, and all the while I hear people saying free C Murder, and I do actually recall the details of the trial because he has been in jail so long. But I do recall back in my early 20s when I used to just start I'm listening rap, I had the synopsis that he was framed or that they must have persecuted him. I don't actually recall the details, but the view that I had from 2004, 2005, from when he was just in jail, was that he was wrongfully put in jail because the system they like him and call Master P and make money and all kind of sitting. So, based on how long he has been in jail for over 20 years, you know, I would say when I answer the poll to say, yo, free C Murder, you know, over Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez, he is um him like just go in jail and his prison sentence is like much shorter. It's like a shorter bit. I think it's 6 or 7 years, which in jail every time, even one day is like an eternity. When time they are in prison. But based on how long C Murder has been in jail, to how long Tory Lanez has been in jail, you know, then I say free C Murder. Even though personally, when time it comes to as a child of God and persecution and so forth, it would seem like I should say Tory Lanez, based on what I know, you know, I have no personal affiliation to any of these people. It just seemed like this person has been in jail longer and like in my language. And Master P is like a good dude in the sense that he's a person who I look up to in terms of how him being an independent black person, like a mogul who make it and put enough people on the map. You know, when Snoop was having his trouble with Death Row and Suge Knight, him help out Snoop and sign him and start giving him some real money when time he was getting real money, and he was always making his movies like I got like making his show them little low budget show them what I actually like for watch, like I got the hook up and all kind of something. So me seeing Master P as like a solid person who never signed any kind of 360 deal, seeing his brother in jail, who I think was in jail and wrongfully for like all these times. I say, yo, free C Murder. If like I could free somebody, but if it's something personal, like if I know somebody personally, you know, I would say free the person who I know who I have a close affinity to, no matter how them long. If it's between C Murder or like somebody who I love or my virgin or like my family a member, and my family a member only serving like 5 year, 2, 3, 4 year, I would say, yo, free Ray, free Sonso, free, yeah, you know. But because it was an objective question, given the facts of who in jail longer, you know, two people who I think wrongfully in jail and one in jail longer, I said free like C Murder, and I've never actually heard like a C Murder song. I think I heard them like on one verse or so, and I've never actually heard a Tory Lane songs. I think I heard like one or two songs, and like that video where him doing the where he's playing basketball against the devil, like he's going against the devil. And based on what I heard from that, if I think of like a music taste, I'm quite sure I would prefer Tory Lane's music because he's a more talented artist than C Murder, you know. But if it's somebody who I know, like personally, like if them say, yo, like when both Vibes Cartel and Ninja Man was in jail, and them say out of Vibes Cartel or Ninja Man, who who would you free out of jail? I definitely say Vibes Cartel because he's a person who I have more affinity to in terms of the era where I come from and who actually inspired me more. You know, I've never actually during the Ninja Man era, the Ninja Man Supercat era, I was young. That passed me. You know, I grew up in the Bounty Beanie era. You know, and during the Mavada Cartel era, I was a Christian, so that whole thing missed me. I like when Lil Wayne was start rap with him Carter, like when time Lil Wayne became Lil Wayne who is that era. I missed me because I wasn't listening that then. I was in the church. I know of the, I'm Lil Wayne when time him just start rapping and the kind of song walk to me like him really, you know, like a little. So I never even actually I'm used to listening. So when time him become the a Millie and Lil Wayne, you know, I saw it and I was impressed. I said, whoa, it can, you know, cause when time told me that I started, I was at like a high level and like I'm look where he is now. So I was like say yeah, and like happy for that, you know. So when you look on like Vibes Cartel and Ninja Man in jail, I would say free Vibes Cartel because his music inspired me. And not only his music inspired me, his work ethic. Cause when I was doing my music in like 2004, 2003, and like so forth, um, the frenetic pace at how him put out music was why I was doing music. So I was writing music from morning till night every day. I had more songs than what I knew how to do it, and all of them was in my head. I never have nothing on paper. So I look how him put out song and how him had look at schoolgirl and more everybody and so forth. And I was writing my songs with similar content, with similar raunchy content. So song like Take Body Girl, Take Me Easy and all the more song them, it actually inspired me to go to that level in terms of shock value to write my songs them because I was actually trying to be like a hip hop version of Vibes Cartel to take it to the world when time I was overseas, you know, and I was actually getting my music like giving my songs to the guy that I play like build a CD. And back then it was all about burn CD and burn music. And I had a friend who was a supervisor at like a car center where I work. It was very good. He was my supervisor and him lead the work because sell CD at half a tree. That's just how much CD business did I go on. He's the supervisor. I'm working at the car center. He's the supervisor. You know? Him named Shelbo Welbo. And him being a supervisor, leave the work and me to the man out of Harbour Tree in front of the Pavilion Plaza, selling CDs and DVDs, bootleg with hip hop mix and dancehall mix and movie and all them stuff there. You know? And actually start link up with him and say, yo, more you put my song on it because I was actually rapping. So I would like rap and it would mix my songs with the foreign rapper them. So like when you hear like a Busta rhyme and then you hear my song chipping, I was doing that to try for and then you know, people used to buy them enough like the schoolgirl and man and like all kind of so forth. So that's what I was doing and there was another one named R&B in the sense that that business was so lucrative that he had a guy who worked with him named R&B who used to help him and so and that man branch off and start burning own CD them too. And I also gave him dub plates. I would actually do like dub plates and give them so that them put it on the mix them and mix with them stuff there. And that was all inspired by Vibes Cartel to do the music every day, write every day and all them stuff there. So if it's in my right song, enough and easy and them stuff there, all that is Cartel's inspiration. In terms of the lyricism and so forth, in terms of the hip hop, everything. I have multiple sources like um Biggie, Jay Z, Redman. Not so much Nas, cause Nas was sort of boring to me. Cause I'm too positive and like too like abstract, and I was just shallow on punchline and wit, and Nas wasn't shallow on punchline and wit, and I was just about being shock value and extreme. And part of the reason was because I used to go to studios with like dancehall artists and DJ, and back then I was the only rapper, and people never really often hear rap as much. So I had to make sure so anytime I open my mouth, people say, "What you say?" and rewind. So I was at these studios with these dancehall artists and these up and coming DJs, and I was spitting nothing but the most obscene, lewd, shock value thing to make people rewind and just straight bars because they know I ear up. But them knows anytime me open my mouth and talk, it's something what them have to rewind and say, yo, say it again, rare way. And the place laugh and pop up and all them stuff there. So that's why I write how I write now, because I was writing in an environment where nobody wanted to hear rap. I was the only rapper, and I have to make sure I say I stand out. So that was that. So we got to the perfection thing, and the prison thing, and another thing is where the cartel talk about marriage, you know, to see them, and I found that funny, cause there's a cartel song in the lyrics what I like, and is this is my favorite cartel song of all the songs that cartel do. This is my most favorite vibe. First, this is my most favorite vibe cartel song, and name Who Knows What Tomorrow Brings. Like it's on his first album Up to the Time, and that song is most actually profound to me because when I hear that song, it tells me the Cartel is not just another dancehall artist, and that him have some substance, and that he will make it far in the beats, and that he will actually revolutionize the beats. And that's the song that put it to me, where I'm actually telling story like most of the ganja smoker, living like be the local, need to touch the coca, I couldn't be the booker, but the pause of Jehovah that music make the cover. That used to call my joker, now him call me Nova Scotia until the fight is over, make we could run for cover and things of that nature. So that song the song was me like when say the mama come to nothing and me not do them nothing. To them can't press my button. Something mustn't do them, and if not, I take it to them, whatever. But that song is my most favorite song. I said, who knows what tomorrow brings in a world where everyone's lying? What you know, matter how far we actually I do that part. Go let you know that you're not alone. Question: who love you more? Or to your baby mother? Or your real mother, your virgin or your brother, your virgin or the that blood thicker that water, so like, but there's a line where I'm say yo, I see them and go like me not see them and give them something for talk where I'm sticking to them art, or I'm sticking to them art. Him say, yo, I see them and go like me not see them and give them something for talk, or I'm sticking to them art. So one time that being one of my favorite lines in the song, one time him talk to this girl now, this wife to be, where I'm saying she name see them. Every time I hear her name, I remember that line in that song. You know, who knows what tomorrow brings, and then um that actually inspired me to write a song what I actually wrote from way back in the day. You know, like who knows, and my mind is so twisted that a positive song like that, where he's talking about struggles and who knows what tomorrow brings, it actually inspired me to write something bizarre or lewd, which was like, who knows what tomorrow brings when the pain is gone, the joy that sorrow brings. I can see meaningful or hollow things, like what a squeeze is full of hollow things. I'm not like those who borrow blings and brag about Bentleys and Jag. No, I'm not. Sir, I don't actually remember where I said. I'm not like those who borrow things and brag a lot, but Bentleys and Jags a lot. How they rotate girls and shag a lot, like that was hot. Actually, it was, and his. I'm banging my girl, and his. Thanks to music, but I hate the damn biz. But ladies lick my balls like cranberries. Can't complain. Guess I can't complain. Guess I gotta handle it. Right now I'm enchanted with going on stages and making the fans just chant some shit. Like when I say sin, you say equal. Mostly recall, flow a bit bleaker. In fact, I prophesize, and none of y'all fucks gonna stop my rise. Please fill in the blank where Glock applies. I got this for guys who don't hear shit, act dumb. My gum emphasize. You po, I know, let me empathize. I see clearly with red infra eyes. That song Has been remixed a couple of times. Cause one time I started for DJ in 2010. Actually remix it and do it unlike a Magnum song, but that's the original rap verse what I had for it, and it was inspired by the Cartel song Who Knows. So, and I've been inspired by Cartel like many times. Like in my song where him say, like she done with the she got on the ground. Me never see I cat you. Never see I cat you. My love so. Na 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 na. No girl, me touch me, not tell you no lie. Are you me say? Me never see I cat you when my love so. And there's the line where him say she done with the bed. She say up on the ground. And I had a girl who used to stay so, as in when time we done with the bed, she walk up on the ground. So that line actually stick out to me. And then no, recently I wrote a song where I'm talking about my life story through sex, as in from the first time I have sex. Not every encounter, but the one of them that have some sort of impact. In name comments, first comment, as in first come, you know. So there's a line where I say, like, you stop to do this all a while. Waterbed, what I say yo, and like I say yo waterbed bust no time to crack the tile. So that line where I say waterbed bust no time to crack the tile is inspired where is I'm inspired by the Carter line where I'm saying she done with the bed, she said like up on the ground. So me say waterbed bust no time to crack the tile is basically the same as saying done with the bed go up on the ground. And it was inspired by that Carter line, and of course that girlfriend who I had who used to do that too. As in, she used to request the ground. As in, when time done with the bed, she walk up on the ground. So, um, yeah. So, enough inspiration. So I look at him in love with his wife, fiance, and how she was there for him while he was in prison, and I'm happy for him and worried because I don't trust any woman. If you look on my channel, like there's a video I post with like not on the channel on my Objective Facts, Truths and Solutions, which is OFTS, which is Omar fucking the system, Omar freeing the slaves by fucking the system, or freeing this, and to fuck the system you have to mess up them routine and so forth by exposing truth. So I'm using truth to F the system and free the slaves. And in that I have a video where it shows um this shows like Jackie Kennedy may be implicated in killing JFK, as in she hold a gun and fire it up to the sky, and it showed the bullet going to the sky and so forth, and that she was working for the Catholics and the Jesuits and so forth. So when I look at that, you know, um, and there's the movie From Russia with Love, which is the last movie that JFK watched because he loved James Bond. So the last movie they showed JFK before he died was From Russia with Love, and the color and the cover of From Russia with Love is like a woman holding her head. So like, and that's the same side where JFK gets shot from by his wife. I think when I watch the video, it's totally objective, but you can watch it and see, you know, it's on my channel. Objective Facts, Truth and Solution. So based on that, he coming from prison, and it could be I can't it could be a plan because these people are so devious. Them can say say we can't hold Cartel forever. Eventually, him gonna beat the case. So I have to send a woman to him. I have to send a woman to him, and she'll come and act like she love him and such a hunt him and have a story about she like him from childhood and from school and so forth. I don't want to be a pessimist or a killjoy because I'm happy for him, happiness and joy, but I'm going to tell him to be cautious and watch. Cause from my experience, it's every woman James Bond has been with try to kill him, or like most of them. And I'm not James Bond, but I have a similar experience. And my mother would say I'm paranoid and so forth. But enough time me get poison or tie or whatever, all kind of sitting. So, or not just poison, but I have a strange coincidence where when I eat from people who say them love me, I happen to feel sick. So it could be, and I don't believe say it's any plague or anything, but I just urge him to be careful. And I will never get married. I don't know if I'll ever have sex again because I'm not gonna fornicate. I'm not gonna buy any prostitute. So, you know, I've actually had sex a lot in my life, Not with a lot of people, because I'm always very picky and choosy and I always don't trust people. And I always busy doing other things. So I'm not a person who was preoccupied with sex. The first time I had sex, I was disappointed because I thought it would be more, you know. And then I went through a phase where I was fucking I fuck like not like down the place, but with like those who I choose to have sex with. I go overboard and do it like non-stop and frequently till I get tired of sex, you know. And that was part of the time when time I gave my life to God, because I got tired of everything that's supposed to bring me joy. And if you're tired of sex, if you're tired of music, you're tired of video game, you're tired of basketball, you're tired of everything, you're tired of badness, you're tired of not well, I was a badness because I wasn't a person who just push badness, but I get tired of the so-called thug or gangster lifestyle or anything of ends up on corner and chill, and I get tired of everything. So when I get tired of everything, I never know what to do with myself. Me take myself to church and find God, and that was just it. I felt empty. I was getting no fulfillment. I guess wake up feel pointless. You're in your bed, and like yeah, like you're in bed and you don't have to come out of bed because there's nothing what you want to do. You ever feel so there's nothing what you want to do? Nothing I could think of doing was enough to get me out of the bed to actually come out. But sit down and don't know what to do. You know? I think I want to write some songs, but I have no inspiration for the nothing. And it was just sudden, nothing happened. And I never go through any kind of tragedy. It was nothing at all. I just get like, So I'm saying, no, I'm gonna go to church and try God. And I just walked to the altar one day, and I actually got church. I went church late when altar call. The pastor said, is there anybody want to come up? And I just walk straight up. That's the time I reach church. I reach church when church done and just give my life to God. And just start to get enthused and say, eh. And them said my ministry if I go prison, I'm gonna start go prison and start the Bible study and start read the Bible, and the word of God take me, and I start to like it and get enthused and overzealous. You know, I was so overzealous that nothing to do with sin. Even burn a CD, for like bootleg a CD um was like wrong. I was working at this company where they need Windows, they need Microsoft Office, and the boss never have the money or never see the justification for buying Microsoft Office, because Office was around $99 or like it was like yeah, it was like a 99 US, and we had like four or three was three or four different computers, two or three. We had three computers. It was a small office, and everybody had their own computer. So the agents had them laptop, and I have my computer in my film computer, and there's one outside that anybody who don't have them computer can come and do them claim span and like run the software. So it was three computers, and to buy three Microsoft Office was 300 US, and that was something like you never thought. Piece of like, sure, no, that's waste. I'm like, you can't get it, and I could easily get it because I'm in IT, and I have friends in IT, and it was easy to get like a bootleg copy of Microsoft Office. But my conviction was so strong that it felt wrong because that is stealing, and I never do that. So instead I use Open Office, and Open Office was an imitation of Microsoft Office, and it wasn't really good. It's not like WPS Office, which is very good and easy to use. It had a lot of bugs and so forth, and it was similar, but like I'm not the same. So it made my job harder because I had to install Open Office, and everything what I'm doing off to do, I become and show them remains like so don't start do this and so forth, and like put it so it was like actually like headache. It would be easier to just get a Microsoft Office and just install that, and my life would have much easier. But not even bootleg because my conviction was so strong. I was zealous. I was this hyper Christian, beyond perfect, just like obsessed. I was going Bible study on Monday, and I like Wednesday, church on Sunday, Saturday service, fasting service on Saturday. So every Saturday morning I fast, church on Sunday, Bible study on Wednesday. I was going to crusade all ball with the church. I was going to other things that even other churches, anything about God may hear about my God. There was this thing with this girl named Jodie McCullough, and she had this thing called True Worshippers, and it was like Pentecostal type, all kind of praise and worship. And I used to drive, go up there and go, and like I used to dash money into the church. Like I used to dash money. One time my boss gave me a bonus check. At the time I believe it was 100 US or 74 US. I don't actually know how much it cost, but I got the bonus. It was my Christmas and bonus, and I guess Geet to Bantu Worshippers thing. I guess like I'm giving them the check, and I could have used that money because I wasn't earning a lot. I was only earning like 30,000 a month, and I got a bonus of close to 100 US, and I guess Geet. I'm like that, I was like overzealous. So until the fakeness starts, everything that is happening right now, the poisoning, the bad mind and so, it started in the church first, and then it ballooned into the outer society. So it started in church first, then the workplace, then in general society and supermarkets and all both. But everything started in the church. So I guess eat that. So I don't see myself actually getting married. 'Cause I don't trust people, even people and feel sick. Even my brethren will like come from jail, you know, and me and my family I got through some things. Him come from jail. This is like decades later though, and him go um it just so happens that him a live near me, you know. Um and me say yo bag ends off and start chill up a film ends. And my family and me I got through some things as in me I try to fix myself and them things and me I harm myself and you know, I lock me inside and call police and all kind of sitting and leave and say me I stay up his house. I'm working from home so I carry the computer up by his house and you know you know but me eat from him I like me feel sick too. So, you know, as in cook for me one time, him like give me some sugar cane, him say yo, him have some cane and right here and the cane was in the fridge cold and took out the cane and gave me a meat it and I cut and like boy 30 minutes later, 20-30 minutes later, my chest start hurting, my chest get tight and feel like it's hard to breathe. So I'm stop eat from him and you know. So anyway, him I'm gone now, him and you know, there was some little thing with him and some people, him and right here. I don't know him and some people but like his friends and so forth and I'm gonna shoot up the place and all kind of sitting, you know. But based on that, you know, me eating from him and feeling that way how I feel, it make I wanna go certain place with him cause enough time him say yo come for go and like a dog because I never really totally trust him fully. So if I did totally trust him fully, then you know things would are different, you know. And that was the person who I helped when he was in jail, carry food, go give him and all them stuff there, you know. And even while he was in jail, I'm working my first job. His mother sick, you know, and not the money, and she could have come and check me. And I'm working at this store on Harvard Tree, copy and stationery zone, where them fix printer. And I think I'm earning like well, I don't actually recall. I think I'm earning like well 15,000, 10, 15,000. And the few time a mother come and check me, you know, tell them like here are some funds, you know, some mother help. So that's what people know say, you know, real thing true, and man come out of jail and link him, eat from him, feel sick. So based on that, when them shoot up him ends, me going and check for like make sure him alright. But me never like feel like roll with him to say yo, if it's so and so and so and so, because if you're my friend and you need anything, I'm truly there for you. I'm truly there. So if him did actually if like everything was 100, you know, nothing could have keep me away from my brethren them. Nothing could have make me say Ray, but because something seems sort of fishy in the sense of eat from you and feel sick, then that's the reason why, you know. And seem and I don't really actually I mention it because if I mention it, then I say yo you're paranoid and rare because when I was actually sick and so forth, you know. So I don't really I don't really I mention these things because everybody say yo you're paranoid or rare. So but I think I never feel actually totally I'm 100 and secure. And I never like um the fact that him have so much like police links. I mean like I do like police but I don't trust police because they have been used to afflict me, you know. It's like I'm seeing get to work and it's like it's a contract work and it's through a police link, so I'm never like that, you know. I don't judge but it or I guess I can call it judge but it made me keep distance and not trust or not go further. So I'm just take on myself, you know. Um, so based on that, you know, eat and feel sick and too much police links. Job from police, um, us rent out to police, you know. But I guess, um, I don't know. So it can be somebody who's, but from me say, enough of my afflictions come from people using the police, you know. Me work, can't get no food. Police run out the place when I buy food from. Eat from a virgin, feel sick. Him get job and contract from police for like wow. I'm feel like work on a site, you know. It might happen for like him say, oh, the person who him also I'm renting to now not really pay the rent, so he might go check him and talk to, and then when time I check, him carry me down, and the man who I rented the place I want ex police or something, so you know, and that's like as like a supposedly bad man or so, for that sort of like I'm rubbed me the wrong way, so when I call the name still, and when that person was in jail, I was supportive, care of food, you know, and coincidentally, the reason why he's out of jail because the police who was doing the prosecuting never did actually show up to court, you know. And I was with him because he's in jail because somebody informed. So I mean, somebody, police actually go to him house and the phone ring, and the person who informed upon him tell like I'm say, yo, look, so and so, so and so, so and so. So it might have certain things, and the police raid the house, and while the police is there, the phone ring, as in the police are search, and while he's there, the phone ring, and the police get the call from like somebody who his friend who I actually met once, you know, when in my name drive come and check with. So so when him tell me that I was, you know, I feel bad for him and I feel sad, you know. So I was always there for him when he's in jail and when the mother I got you with him, I'm got you and so forth, you know. So for that to happen and him come out now and meet from him and feel sick and sad and stuff there, it made me kind of actually I wonder, you know. So you know, actually enough things still, but I don't even remember because I don't really think about all that, you know. But you know, I don't know a man's circumstance why a man do what him do, or what kind of pressure thing and all kind of something. So I'm the judge, and like as I said, once I check for somebody, you know, but because keep my distance, you know. What I say, I talk and say so and so, but I'm not really going any kind of detail or any long reason, or you know, or if a man say, yo, come with me, you go drive along, so I'm gonna go based on them stuff there, cause I know for a fact, though people can say I'm paranoid, and my mother was my paranoid, that for whatever reasons, I believe it's the society that the police do like me. I believe because of my Christian faith, because all this started when I was in church, and you know, um, some liar or something was told somewhere down the line, you know, or things of that nature, you know. But nobody has ever approached me, and that's a hurtful part, you know. I would have loved if somebody approached me and said so and so we heard so and so, so and so. Nobody approached me. I can see myself getting bad treatment left, right, and center, and just don't know why. And so people are move kind of weird or odd, and don't know why. And I just have to figure it out and keep myself alive, you know. And that is by the grace of God. Cause everything what me say, it has to be God showing me. Cause I'm not. I know I am above average in terms of intelligence, but I do believe I am actually a genius. Though some people say that, and I feel complimented. It's like a good feeling, and people recognize that you have certain intelligence. But I believe my intelligence and wisdom come from God, because I've seen people who intelligent mess up certain things that I know, and I actually regard them as being more intelligent than me by a long margin, and I figure out things and they don't, and I said that has to be from God, you know. So All thanks be to God, and all glory be to God in like that sense. But getting back to the marriage thing, I wish Cartel the best, and I hope everything work out, But personally, I wouldn't get married. I have no intention to, um, you know, and even without the paranoid part or the thing about being a victim or like having like a woman used to afflict, poison or hurt you or to gather information and leak and so forth. You know, my heart is like the first time I got my heart broken. I was devastated. As in, I never sit down and bawl like really like no. I didn't. I do that. I'm not a person who like cry much. Like even the other day when I talk about the story about how my friend informed upon me and I was like holding back tears or so. It's the first time that happened. When it happened back in the day, I never cry and I never feel sad. Actually, I feel sad, but I don't get choked up or like. So when I'm talking that story and I see where I'm being moved to tears, it actually surprised me because that never happened back in the past when it was really happening. So in the event, in the moment when it happened, unlike the years after, or when I was telling, or like while I was going through it, I was not choked up or like moved to tears. So I was so surprised when I'm telling that story and being moved to tears now. I don't know if it means I'm carrying all that hurt from then or some. I don't know because I think I'm past that. I don't dwell on it. I don't feel sad or anything. But I guess in the moment when time I recount and the emotions came to the fore, that happened or like came to the front. So and like the first time I got my heart broken, I was really sad. It was overseas. I was going out with a girlfriend, and she broke up with me before, without saying why, and gave me a bad look as she drove off, and not really like a bad look like a screw or anything, but like a look of lament or disdain or a look of regret, and it was hurtful. And I was overseas and I was calling and so forth, and I waste all the money. Well, I was waste, but I wasn't earning a lot, and I was spending money going like the hotel phone call, which is like over 100 US or more. Calling from Uruguay to like Jamaica. You know, but there was nothing in Uruguay what I want to buy because I'm not a person who like buy clothes to that, because in the past, it's always my girlfriend buy clothes for me or my mother or my brother. I'm giving clothes or so, but I don't really buy clothes much. It's just lately I start buying clothes. But all the clothes I've worn in the past, it was always my girlfriend buy for me or my mother. And later, my brother would give me some clothes like thing when I buy what either too small or too big or thing when I wear again just like, and you know, so or even like things were new to. So it's not like not like him. I want to get my hand on. My older brother, I'm giving me a lot of clothes. So I never actually buy clothes. So there's nothing for me to buy in like I'm Uruguay because all I see was clothes and so forth. I think I bought slippers also, but I want to work. So my heart was broken. I was calling her and like saying, "Yo, so and so we can work it out." And I don't recall what I was saying. I have no memory of like I'm what I said, but I know I was sad. I know I was calling her. I know there was tears. Like nah, so and then when I came down and she said, "Okay, let's start over," but she never wanted to tell me why she broke up. I decided to cut it there because I can't fix what I don't know. So that was the only time I actually cried, you know. So and but I won't lie. I'm an emotional person in the sense that I feel deeply. So I love hard. I do everything hard, as in when I'm angry, I'm I had a bad temper. I'm actually notorious for a bad temper. When I was a child, I had the I think I had the worst temper. That's why I do it in the karate or anything, and I was known for having a bad temper. And it's something what actually growth. It came with I don't know. I guess totally growth out and I become this cool, calm and mellow person, and everybody around me was like mellow, as in like I have a virgin what come from Maxfield and the Move come and live, and him get mellow to him. Say, yo, Omar, since like me start party, everybody just, it's like a mellow vibe. And even say, yo, since like me and him start liquid, the way how him talk to girls is different. Like, you know, him like actually acknowledge me, say the way how, and I learned from him because, um, I got more bold from him because him like just approach girl and say, oh, kind of sitting, you know, and just take some step I wouldn't take. So him is the reason why I actually learn off it like banter and flirt with girl and stuff there on like a different level because back then it was all about praising that baby you look so sweet and so rare and nice and like putting them on like a certain like a like a praise level like to really put girls on a pedestal and say you look nice and so forth. And from him I learned how to like put girls down and have fun and with them like treat them like I was nothing but like a little, like for this them and so on, but like a certain level and have fun and have more humor. I learned that from him. Before him, I don't know how to like praise and say yo, you look nice and rated. From him, I learned how to this girl I met them like it and have fun and have humor and wit and look girl them ways and all kind of something. And that's something what I also get from Jay-Z in the song like Is That Your Chick, where him say, I like in fact I this I'm a bolder man, so like something like that. Um I became this mellow person and grew up my tempo. But I still became like, emotional. And this lady in the church that say anytime the Holy Spirit reach me, I'll start crying and I'm emotional. And every time I get in deep worship, tears come out of my eye and I like I start with. So I'm that type of person. But in life, when time I got through hardship or so, I don't really actually cry or so. There was one time when I felt hopeless in the sense that I was being taken through this system and things were being done against my will. Like I felt like I was being killed against my will in the sense that I was taken to hospital and I'm having my handcuffed to bed and I inject me in things where I make me feel sick and I felt like I had no escape and like I couldn't do like I felt like like I had no control over my free will. And I mean, if I was in jail, I wouldn't feel that way because you can move around, you like can do anything, you know. But then just have been in this place and I injecting up things in my body and I force me to take a pill and all kind of something which I feel is making me sick, So like I felt like I was just being killed slowly and there's nothing I could do, you know. So I was talking to this doctor one time and telling him I'm going through and and tears actually start come. So it was that time talking to the doctor and talking to my girlfriend on the phone when she broke up, you know. And another time when I was worshiping in my office, you know, actually I'm going through it, and that was about the same thing to when time my girlfriend did and break up, and that was before I'd actually fly out. So before I fly out, you know, I was talking to this pastor and was it and sad. So those are the only two circumstances. But through hardship and them stuff there, like no, them not really I move me like that. So call her, my heart broken, fine. Got through it. Write 4 poem and a song about it. The song actually play upon radio. It's the only song ever play upon radio, prayer list, play upon Love 101. Cause my church brother Ed at the time used to work at Love 101 and I gave him a song and then played it. I me game no. Actually it's not game. It was my American label. I was signed at the time. Not signed cause I never signed the contract. It was a 7 album deal and I never signed. So it can play upon the radio. And I was saying, see that the only song I was saying something good come out of my heartbreak. I actually get a song upon the radio out of my heartbreak. So the next time I actually got my heart broken now was, and I wasn't broken in such that I wasn't really too into it and I never really, as in I kind of not into it in the sense that I never really trust that girl as much. I did actually check for her and her son, but I thought she wasn't being genuine with me. And having got through heartbreak once, it kind of toughened me up. So when she, for whatever reason, like she called me and she said, "Yo, she was for like I'm break it off." I said, "All right, no problem." Is that it? She said, "All right, yeah." And she said, "All right." So I never asked her why. I never said, "All right, so why? What is this? Why are you doing this? Like we have a good thing." No, she said, you know, she said that she want for and break up. And I said, "All right, fine." And I said, "All right, but," I said, I tell her, I said, "I'm gonna change my number." I said, "All right, but I'm gonna change my number, all right? Cause I'm gonna really want to go through, you know. Cause back then I was so, I guess it was so, I guess it was like a self defense of being scared of, I'm scared of, I'm heartbreak. So like I know I forgot you or anything. So for me say it done, it done. I don't want to know why, you know. So she said it and hung up, and that was that. And she had the call back too. Not then, I don't know how soon after, like a week after, a couple of days after, she actually called back and hung up. And I never called her back because I have no concerns. Like she's no longer there, so I will call her. I say what or anything. I don't know if it's a ploy to get me to call back or anything, but I never called back. I just changed my number, and that was that. And even though I never called back or anything, I actually still check for her because I did really check for her because she was a nice, down to earth person. I meet her son and family, but I thought she wasn't being totally faithful, you know. And I had no physical evidence, and I'm not a person who run through phone because I remember one time she was going on a trip or whatever. I don't know if it's a girl trip or whatever, but she was going somewhere, and she did give me her phone. You know, like not really like a trip. Like she like had her phones on her, and she was woman smart. She was going somewhere. Like say I had to pick her up or so from work. we, we used to work at the same place, which was Digicel. She used to work on the call center. I used to go out and fix like actually I'm install stuff. So I'm working at the call center, and it was she, and she's going somewhere after I pick her up. She and somebody I link up, but she and her friend or whatever. But her her um her phones were dead. So she was saying, alright, she like Sue come back, you know? She just get go and come back, and she like give me her phone number and say I must charge her phone for her. So she's going somewhere, and I bought her phones them, so it knows I can't call her. So I charge her phone, and I could easily turn on her phone and like run through her phone, and I never did. I never run through her phone, and I never did nothing, you know. I just had a intuition say, yo, she not being totally, you know, and it was like that. So, and it's a girl I really check for, as in she was nice, look nice, talk nice, you know, and that was that. So since then, you just go back, you know, and I guess I only feel sad when one time I'm emotionally invested, you know, because the girl that I had before that, as in before I became a Christian man, I was together for like 4 years, and over the 4 years I break up with her a million times because for one I never want to be in any kind of a relationship. Me guess what, ends off on the corner and play a video game on the music and just live carefree. I never want a relationship. I never want anybody to ask me where you're at and so forth, which is what she like to do a lot. She you know, like to check up on me, and I'm so forth. So during the initial stage, I wasn't giving her much time. I was mostly with my friends, them and so forth, and go over there in the evenings and so forth. Never used to give her much time. You know, I wasn't emotionally invested. You know, just hang out and so forth. But over the years past, you know, I used to break up with her in a minute. The minute she did anything I do like any jealousy or thing, because she was very, very jealous and say I flirt a lot, but I do flirt, I guess talk to people. But I guess the way I look at people, I just said, she said, I don't know how I look at girls. So I guess I used to look at girls like some more, or like I like what I say, you know? And I'm back in them days that I used to look good, so girls used to like what them say. You know, I still look good still, in the fact that I know I can look good anytime I want. I can easily chump and shave up and cool off my face and put on some decent clothes and look nice and so forth. You know, so I just don't feel like doing it. You know, and I don't have to trim my hair right now because I'm not gonna grow it back, but I just don't feel like trimming it right now. You know, um, my mom thinks I have low self esteem, but it's the opposite. Because my self esteem is so high that it's not tied to my appearance. So even when I look like shit, I feel like $1 million. But she don't get that. She thinks I have low self esteem and like I carry myself this way. No, I carry this self this way because I know I'm the shit. And that even if I look like shit, I'm still the shit. I still who I am. So I don't really care. You know? I actually want to be the broke billionaire who look like shit. That's what I want to be. I want to be like a Steve Jobs or somebody or like a Mark Zuckerberg who just carry themselves simple and have $1 million in the bank. $1 million US actually, or a couple million US. That's actually how, you know. I don't want every time flaunt it and say because I don't need that chain on my neck or anything to feel good. You know, I don't need to have like a car with a brand name for somebody to look and say, look on him on that right here. Way. And no disrespect to those who do that, you know, it's like a symbol to announce, but that's how I stay and so forth. So, but then the girl used to jealous and so forth, and I break up with her 1 million times, and every time I break up with her, she would come back and say, "Yo, so and so," and my mother and my sister would have big fear, and my friend would have big fear, and I would have feel sorry for her, and like I'm start back, you know. So you know, and like everybody would tell me, say, yo, she mean me well, and I'm not gonna find like a next girl like her. So after a couple of years, after 3 or 4 years now, I start to believe that I and say, you know, so this girl really mean me well. So I start to buy into it, you know. I start to give her more time. I start to sleep over her house more, and spend less time in terms of like I'm on the corner and so forth. But I was still there, as in, I would drop her, I go to work, so in the evening, like all throughout the day, I'm with my friends them or studio or upon the ends. But it's just that when I fear time, I fear time. Once she's around, I give her all my time. Back in the days, even when she's available, I would still be on the street with my friend them. I play video game and like things like that, or I go to studio or things of that nature. So I still have to give her enough time. And I find sometimes I still have to give her enough time, as in all the time she have when I need time for myself, she don't give me no time. Whereas in the past, she was happy with anything she get, anytime she get, she happy. No, she have all my time. But when time me want time for do some music or time for do some sort of business or so, it become a problem. So that's where all this thing start from. Where the incident with the car. I was doing the show at the time was the Jamaica Vibes every Monday or Wednesday or something. I don't know. I don't recall. But I had a show to do. I pick her up from work. I was going back. I said I actually want to go home with bathe and use the bathroom because I want to take a shit. So I said I would drop her home and then get ready and actually come back in town. She's making me know and say I can't come back in town because she's not going to let me the car to come back in town. Why? Because she want me to be with her. So I make her know and say I'm still going to go to my house. So she don't care. She not giving me the car for like go back in town. And I have my steak show for do. She never want to do the steak show because she fear I'm gonna become this rich famous person. I'm like a bag of girl. I have like a bag of groupie. So she never want to be an artist. She want to be an office person. She was always finding work for me. I get enough job to her. I get summer job for her. My first job was to her. You know. So in that regard, and she was doing like a management course at mine. She like pay for a course for me, but she never really go. I think I go one time and stop. You know. So and she and my mother used to link up and from my future like say we can we can get him into this course or this school and so forth. But me what an artist, be I do my music, so me know what am I talk about. You know, I just watch them I talk and just actually I walk with, you know. So she and my mother would go out and do here together, she and my sister go out together, you know, and and like she'll buy my clothes and so forth. So I be in the room playing, like me and my friend of mine play video game. And she'd come in and say, Omar, I went shopping and she just carry some clothes and just show down. And my friend used to like that and say, Omar, so you have a good girl and rate here. I always think say, yo, I be ready, I be her, you know, like say, know the half, clingy and this. But other than that, she had her good time. She was a very humorous person. I love talking to her. She was very intelligent. I like her company. You know. Other than politics, you can't talk to her about politics because her family into politics, and when you talk about politics and bring up some other party, which I wanted to do because I was tired of the current party because nothing had changed. So I would, so like I would say, just like give them a try, because the mentions for give them a try, should I get dark, intellect gone, Yui brain gone, booty brain come, darkness. But other than that, she's a very intelligent person. But politics, she get dark. Her family into politics. Mother work at the office at the party. As in go up on bus and wear colour during election time and them kind of thing there. So yeah. So all my friends like her because she would give me things, and things of that nature. Them like her cause after material things, you know. I never liked because she was clingy and jealous and so forth, you know. Them like that you know, she she like she like bought me the PlayStation 2. The stereo in my house now was a gift from her, you know. All my clothes. I never take money from her. I never asked her for any money or anything. She did give me my credit card one time. I never used it one time. And that was called the way how it was done. And I never liked how it was done. You see, if she just come to me and say, Omar, here's a card and so forth, and that, I was fine. Well, the way it was done, it was like a surprise. Like, one day she said that she want to follow her go to the bank. So one morning, I follow her go to the bank, and she had me fill out this form. And me and her go in the bank and we fill out the form. And then when she done, it was actually like the form for the card. It was like I'm joint cards with like my name on it. So we fill out the card. So the way it was done, like some sort of like surprise, like it was something special, like here, and we fill out the form. Like she never tell me what I was doing. Like some why you get this credit card and so forth, or she bring come. She just like act like a surprise and carry me to the bank and we fill out this form and she then come back and then they give me the card. She could you tell me that, but it's like it felt like a sort of way like was like a bit like a bit belittling like a man I try to impress a girl or something like say and something man. So based on that I was taken aback, so that's probably the reason why I never used the card. But I never it never really feel you know. But there was a time when I say yo, you know, so this person mean me well because even though she go about it this way, it's not something she would do if she never actually check for me. So I decided so I'm going to, you know, work with her for the future and try to settle down and so forth. I wanted to, I never wanted any kids, though I could if I wanted. Cause there was many times when um having sex and she wanted me to like not use the condom, but you know I use it because I was always thinking that she had tried time and I say yo, what I mean? I was saying like you're not using the pitney on time, and things of that nature. And part of the reason was cause initially her legs. Can you believe it? She looked nice and so, but her legs were slim, and her brother legs slim. And me play basketball, and we can dunk on them stuff from a small, from like third form me a dunk. You know, I was known to my ups as in could jump and so. So I was saying I play basketball, and me and my son to play basketball, maybe possibly reach the NBA, and me and my son to have a good strong foot, and I look at her foot them and her brother foot them and say yo, if I have a child with him, I can dunk and be physical like how me physical. So it's shallow now, but so like me up say yo, I don't want to pin it with her because my son now can dunk. Stupid, yeah, I know. But anyway, she know I'm going to the studio, so my car go to the studio. I mean, she don't want me to like come back in town and like do the show. So like I'm checking the time, 1:30. So like I went to the studio. I said, alright, fine. I'll arrange my ride. So since you not give me the car, I guess I'll either stay in town. No, actually I couldn't stay in town because I'm going to be and shit. But I say yo, alright, I'll go to the studio to try to arrange a ride. So I went to a studio. It was in New Kingston. It's called the Worthington apartment complex. It was Steely and Cleavy studio, big posh studio, and I like in a little place in a little Butu area. So when I reach the studio in the apartment complex, we park up, and I look on her and say, "Yo, I said, yo, I come inside." She said, "No." I said, "I'm alright. I'm gonna go inside and like arrange a ride for come back in town since you don't give me the car." She said, "Fine." I said, "You sure no want to come inside?" She said, "No." She's staying at the car. So I'm going to the studio, link up my Virgin, they in there and like them a voice a song. So I'm going to the studio, I arrange the ride and everything before them done voice the song. And a dancehall song is 3 minutes, give or take. A few mistakes and stop and punch and them stuff there. And I came out before them done voice the song. So I never stay long. And it's an uptown place, and on the body area is in New Kingston, near New Kingston, off the Worthington. So I come back quick. When I come back to the car now, she create excitement. Both said me leave me at the car how long. In this dark parking spot by herself, and man could have draw away and rape her and all kind of something. And I'm like, what is? I asked if you want to come, and you said no. So I look and say, alright, you're here, you're in one piece, they never draw you away, they never rape you. Thank God, let's go. She talk about this and all kind of argument, and she create some drama upon it, and I say, you know what? I don't have time for this. You stay. You I just go straight to town. I'll stay. I'll find my way home or whatever. Even the more I beat and shit, you can go. Yeah, go come. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna come out of the car. I'm gonna go back to the door of the studio. When I reach the door now, you know, she ball and a sob, and that's something I should do all the while because I was weak to her tears and time to cry or anything because heal and whatever. Cause I like people ball and them stuff there. So, she's crying. And there's this Ross at the studio, this Ross who's the doorman, and the Ross said, "My youth, nobody makes you go home, some man. Just him say, yo, just I'm going with her, man. Nobody makes you go home, so." Cause she ball and stuff, and you know, so she put the car in the R and she drive out slow and you know, I'm say, alright, I'm fine, you know, cause the Ross beg fair and say, yo, my, nobody, you know. So the Ross beg fair and say, yo, go on, and the car is in the R and she back out slow, so. She back out slow and I said, alright then, me just go there and find my way back, whatever, because I can't bother with this. So, I walk to the car back out, the car's around 15 feet from me, and she's driving out so slow, she's actually, I'm driving out, that I can walk to the car before she reach even 2 feet. So the car is 15 feet away, 10-15 feet away, around 15 feet, probably 15-20 feet, because the parking lot is down the doors here. And she back out so slow. I walk to the car casually. I never run because I remember I don't want to go. I do it because of the rest of the area and let me feel sorry for her because of the tears and whatever. So I walk and tap the car on the bonnet. I stop the car and tap the bonnet and say, stop, I'm coming. I tap the bonnet and she look up and the car stop. I say, I'm coming. And the car stop. And then I walk to the door of the car. When I walk to the door of the car now and open the car door and put one foot in, this girl floor the pedal. The girl floor the pedal. And the wheel turn because she back out. So the wheel turned and half of me is in the car and half of me is outside the car and she floor the pedal. She's driving out so slow I can come and for me put in one foot the car floor. And the car floor and spin and it lick a tree. If the door never open and the door never lick the tree, the car wouldn't stop. I would have dragged hover far or whatever. So the door lick the tree and stop. And my back jerk up on the half my back is in, so my spine jerk up on the back of the car, like in between the half in, half out. So, you know, I get upset. And so I like to go to her and say, I don't hit her, cause I don't beat her, man. And I tell the why, like a next story. So I say, yo, why you do this? And what is for? And then she's there crying. I said, why? I said, what is? I say. And why did this? She's crying. I don't know. I said, why did this? I don't know. So I'm like, I look at her and say, yeah, I know what this means, alright? She said, no. I said, yo, this means me and you done. We're done. But I was actually, because first I was saying, why did this? and I got upset, and like I had punched the windshield, I believe. I think it cracked the windshield. I'm not sure. Did it crack? Yeah, I think I punched the windshield and cracked it. Um, in the in my lifetime, I've cracked two windshields by punching them. Cause I'm the type of person when I'm upset, I punch things. Like my old room door full up, a punch. When I used to go to basketball court and I missed easily up, I punch the wall, I punch the, or I even punch this, or even punch the, I'm steel pole with the hoop. I like people that say, "Oh my, what happened to you?" But back then, my knuckles were so hard I could punch things and I like not feel pain. I would practice punching walls. Cause my childhood friend, or my, or like my I'm Chinese friend, like I'm in like school. This Chinese dude, his uncle him say is some kind of kung fu master, and him say him uncle elbows and hands with like black cards and punch things to like dead the nerves. So that made me want to do those things because I was into kung fu and fighting. So I would punch things and dead my nerves. So I used to punch a lot at walls and so forth at full strength, no problem. I tried it recently and I had to hold my hand because of the pain because I haven't done it in years. But that's what I used to do. So I punched the windshield and the crack and I said, why do this for and wherever and you know, she said I said don't know. I tell her I said it done and I came out the car and she drive was fine. So I don't know if I did actually shit. I don't think I actually did. Cause I was so upset that total out of my mind. But I stay in town and I do the show and tear up the show, you know. And while I was doing the show, I was actually upset though. I was very upset. But I actually did the show good and came home with my friends. When I came home, my mother cussed me. Like, oh man, what you do? Why you do, you know? And say, yo, she had cussed me. So like, she left from there now. I went straight to my house and told my mother, say, it's over. That it done. And that you break up with me. And that I do it this time. And that you can't take me back this time. And I'm like, huh? Can't take me back this time? But I said, she has never ever broke up with me. It's always me break up with her. She has never ever broken up with me. I always break up with her. And she always beg and come back. Or like, to my mother or my sister beg for her or so forth or something. Because I actually break up with her a million times because I said I never wanted to be in a relationship. I just wanted to be alone. I'm in freedom. I never care about the money or anything what she give me or nothing. You know? I think that all I wanted was freedom and she was a bit jealous and clingy. And I don't know why because, well actually kind of because I don't flirt or anything or I guess I flirt, I don't know. But I talk to girls and I was an artist and I have no female friend and all them stuff. So I guess she did kind of feel that way. But actually never want anybody else because I'm a private person. You know, the reason why I'm never fucking I put on the place because I'm a private person and I do open up to people. And I like to talk to people and once I find somebody who intellectual who I can talk to and have good conversation with and spend time with, I stick with that person. Cause I you know, so and actually I like her cause like her I like her intelligence, you know, So and I like her eloquence and the way she speaks and so forth, you know. I like that she was very sophisticated, you know. And when she would pick me up a word like other girls see her, you know, other girls would get jealous and be like, "Yo, are you a girl that you know?" So actually, I like everything about her, but I guess I never make she feel or know how much I appreciate her. So she was insecure. So that was my fault. That from experience in the future I wouldn't do that. So she was insecure, but I used to break up with her a million times, and so she got back and she told my mother said that she can't take me back this time. So I don't know if all the time I break up with her, she tell my mother say is she break up with me or whatever, and say I do it this time. She don't tell my mother what happened, you know. She tell my mother said that I do it this time and that she can't take me back. So and by the time we reach home, as soon as me come through the door, she nearly kill me off, you know. As soon as me come through the door, my mother cuss me both so what me do her. Why me hurt the girl for and like so forth. And I'm like, huh? So when I explain and tell my mother everything what happened, thinking that my mother will take thinking my mother will take my side and say, what? She do that? She, no, to nearly kill my son and nearly so my mother take her side still and say, do by the hand that feed you. And when I heard that I totally lose off my mother. Honestly. Cause me nearly lose my life. She nearly run me over the car, my back hurt me and everything. And I explain everything. and all you can say do by the hand that feed you. That time I said that my mother licky and like she had pimp out her son because me know if come like she used to do my mother here like sometimes your mother go do here together or whatever. I like them go shopping together and plan my future and like put my life together. That my mother can turn a blind eye to that. So one time she said that, but definitely make up mind say yo man this girl will never talk again. Never ever talk again. Cause remember that thing say that matter, you know? So from then and there it was over and and I sort of relapse. As in um I was just I guess start the more music. Just home I'm writing my song them, you know, play more video game with my friend them, play basketball upon the ends, chill and whatever that time I do. And then now as I say I was trying to target the school crowd, the school girl, you know, because I was trying to be like Cartel and have girls but I was trying to write some like a rare song them for like make the girl and broke out. I was trying to be like a hip hop artist with like a dancehall type of flair, you know. So I start write some rare song them and thing and so like I had a song named Drink Smoke Fuck where I guess that about smoke and fuck and drink and fuck and whatever. It was like a nice song. As in all my friend them like it and so forth. So there was a girl who lived near me who um she was like a schoolgirl, 16. She like told me she was 16. So I called her and said, yo, more hear some of the song them. Come on, see if you like it, come on, see if cause you're my target audience. More see like you know? So I call her over and she listened to the song them. And she like it, she like this song good man, yeah, and she like it. And then that was that. But me being me, you know, things progress further than it should be, you know. So as in me and our staff we do things and reiterate. So um that's how that started. It was to listen to music to say, you know, um so forth. And she like actually had like a relative and she had like family. She like had a cousin who all my friends didn't knock. You know, all my friends and family didn't knock. So you know, but me never knocked the cousin cause I wasn't into who everybody had knock. But I knocked she cause nobody was knocking her. So but I never plan to knock her. I just want her to hear my song then. So me and I start to knock and things of that nature. You know? And she was the first girl I ever had sex with without a condom cause I guess feel like well I never have any at the time and I figure say that she young and she clean and it's my first time without a condom so me clean, me sure someone have nothing so you know I don't know but and when I take the pill too I'd actually get the pill the passenger so if I have a child overseas is she so uh, and that was that you know so um and that was the first time in terms of a relationship with that and where I do take and spend and so forth and then as fate would have it now you know I start to talk to a girl after one time I go to church a year later when I get tired of this life and all them stuff there get bored and start go church keep in mind that while I'm talking to this girl for 4 years who like going to the church, I never go to church one time because I will not go to church for a woman. So though she go to church and she's a Christian and she sing upon the choir, which I find funny because I do hold against her, I do judge her. I never once look at her and say, "Okay, I go to church and you sing upon choir and you know, I may and knock every day and them stuff." I do judge her. I never actually I bring it up. My job I go to church and pick her up and never do anything, nothing like that, you know. So I never go to church one time. The most I go to the church gate to pick her up and so never go in. You know, I would not go to church for a woman. So, you know, so no when time I get tired of life and well I get bored or whatever, you know, and decide say I'm gonna start a church and a year later I meet a church girl who was more affluent than me, you know, and see her family that treat me away because, I wasn't doing music then. So because I'm doing music, I never study. I had to get like a basic job, like customer service, which I excel in because I'm good at talking to people and so forth. So the family thinking I was less than undeserving. And other people in the church thinks I wasn't worthy or so. So they said them treating me away was sort of like ironic because they must think some want her money or all kind of sitting. And I never even know nothing about her when time I start talk to her. You know, she wasn't even driving when time I start talk to her and all them stuff there. So like them invite me to like Christmas dinner and all them stuff there, and it actually hurt and them stuff there. And anyway, that was that. And but based on all what I got through in terms of life, I would never get married again. You know, so that so when that girl break up, I'm with me after. I never asked her or nothing. And then no, I said I don't want anybody because I can't trust people. I had this friend, this older woman. She's like my best friend, in the sense that when I got saved, I used to reason with her. She actually came to my baptism. She and her daughter, and my other friend them too in the world came to my baptism. As in when I got baptized, many people came. You know, um, actually enough people come. A friend them who were out of the world come and so, and I get baptized and everybody happy for me. And I remember one time I was walking home, the same friend from Spain that grilled me, cause that's so I know say him actually care for me or something, even though things kind of go south where like I don't trust and not eat from her area, because he wanted to make sure so I would take care of myself. So like so you want man this year or something, like so and so, and so and so and so and so and so and so like he was just trying to say that if push comes to shove, it would actually defend myself. And I said, well, until I never know the Bible good then or like enough. So like I said, well, David slew 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 David slew I said David slew Goliath. So I guess and that was a good answer for them, and then accept that answer. Yeah, I'm glad to see me that actually defend myself and so forth. So um and this policeman also came to the baptism. His daughter actually like me, and in the warm of him daughter this. So when I was saved and I started to work at Pines, my first job at Pines was at like a digital store in the plaza. He was the security guard for the plaza, and he used to stay at the entrance, Pines Plaza, the first Pines, not the second one. And the Anvil store was right at the corner where the gate is. It's not a bar, but it was a digital store, and that's where I used to work. And I remember we used to have some nice little reason and so forth. To show some nothing against police. Well, he was a police in spare time, like him actually a moonlight, like him work a night shift, you know. And I remember one time some youth coming to the store like the more I robbed the store. Some people live nearby. Them used to come like couple of times like for like map out the store and so forth. So him actually pick up on it. So him come to the store and just stand up at the counter and just watch, you know. So I remember, so like, and that the girl that in the store I'm recognized, and so like him I make them know, so yo, not for worry, cause him like I would on him, and him like lift up. So that's like actually them gone. Him say yo, them have it on him, and him I'm lift up his shirt and show me him going like, I think with a Glock with like an extended clip, like this long clipper stick out. So yo, everything alright and right here, right. When I got baptized, he came to my baptism because I said we used to, we used to come in the store and talk and reason and flirt with the girl and man and so forth. And him knows I'm a good pan I'm computer, so I actually go to him house already, go like fix him computer or something, and like meet him daughter. Him the want me meet him daughter, So daughter look nice, but she looked too much like him. As in, couldn't talk to her because Though she looked nice, she looked too much like him. from from like my look upon her to the him, she like dead stamp on him like a female version. So, you know, which is something that I can't really get because the same way I had this friend one time, my virgin, and my virgin and like best virgin. Not really, I'm best virgin, but childhood virgin. Go to the same school, and we used to hang out. And one Friday night, I look for my friend them gone. So, and she I try to find him too, and she's his sister. So like my virgin sister I try for my virgin, and me I try for my virgin. So the two of us decided so we're gonna look and search for him together. Cause she was seeing man like me was seeing. We used to go high school together. So we are search for him and we walk up and down and can't find him. But we are walk up and down and talk and we get to know each other and like, we start to like it and like we start to like each other. And like I remember so we are walk side by side and I need a slip and drop. I reach 2 hours more stop before 2 hours. Sorry, so I need a slip and drop and I slip and drop now. Like I walk on the sidewalk curb, like little hedge. I like a match I feel like I'm balanced on the sidewalk edge, you know, and slip. I need a drop. So man I walk, so like I reach out for like, you know, and like she reach to grab me and I miss and grab her breast. So I try first and I slip and hold her breast. But so when I slip, hold her breast and like never really drop. So I fear her breast save me from falling. And then I actually noticed that when I'm holding upon her breast, her nipple them stick my hand like in the middle of my palm. That's how hard I hold upon her breast. Like my come so her nipple them the way her breast them firm. It never like crushing on my hand. I never actually it like I maintain the firmness and the way it firm the nipple actually pierce man. Actually I feel the nipple in my to the like the middle of my palm. And from them I say, yo, and I'm like the girl in the middle of start talk, so would actually start talk. Beast beast like on that. And it kind of funny because like when time I go check my virgin now, when time I reach at the house, when time I come at the gate, two of them come out. And they feel weird cause like when time I come check she, I'm gonna say, yo, she become check still now. So it's like an odd feeling. And when time I come check him and she come and say, yo, him come check still. So it was like so it actually never last long. It did feel hard. And plus she did kind of favor him too. She was like the dead stamp on him. So I'm not really feel comfortable because she looked too much like my virgin. So the same way how like fear how like his daughter looked too much like him. She looked too much like my virgin, so it never last long. I don't with the even kiss. But like I was busy. I had like a summer job, so we used to talk on the phone and we never actually get around to do anything. And she would write me like love letter and so she'd write me this letter one time that I had in like a chest, little drawer. It was so well written that I had to keep it. Like she had to go from where she knows that she had to be my girlfriend and so it was like wow. So yeah. So I write letters based on that. That was the first time I get a letter, so I started to write letters based on that. So like one time me and that girl who like she like I'm with the car, I'm actually write her a letter because I was deeply hurt. You know, I never know because over the first few years, like the first 3 or so years, I just wanted out of the relationship. I never wanted to be a part of it. I guess it was like going along and so forth. I guess like just you know, I guess I wanted out, but I was just I'm tolerating. I guess like nice we have a girl who we can talk to and chill and sex with, like have like sex with, but I never want anything. I'm serious, and I was just tolerating her clinginess and her, you know, stuff in the sense that she was very unpositive. Like scotch up neck with beer icky. I mean, girls see me like I feel sorry for me. Like them look at me with pity. Like, oh God, make a girlfriend do you that? Like beer icky on my neck, and she like buy a phone for me and the phone hook up straight. And I know why because when your phone hook up straight, there's a phone bill and like you can see who call. So I think that she wanna buy me the phone and hook it up straight because she want to be able to like see who I'm call and so forth. That's what I think actually, you know. Like the first time she gave me a wallet because she was always trying to get me to like carry a picture with her. She like want to carry a picture with her and I had no picture. She had a picture of me in her purse because she go out and take photos shoot and like sorry we like went to a photo shoot. So she had a picture of me but I never have a picture of her. So she wanted me to carry on a picture of her, so she gave me a wallet. So she said, Omar, I'll buy a wallet for you. When I opened the wallet and look, there's a picture of me and her in the wallet because she wanted me to carry on a picture of her. So, she would have given the wallet because she wanted me to have a picture of her. And I think she would have hooked up the phone straight because she wanted me to have, like, check my cards and so forth. So, um, when me and she break up, after the accident, when the car thing, actually wrote a letter, and it was a 7-page letter because I was really hurt, and I never actually noticed I was hurt. I never actually noticed I checked for her so until that, cause I'm there writing that letter telling how I feel. It's by the time I reach page 5 or 4, tears start to flow. Like page 5, yeah, tears start to flow, and if you look at the letter, there is where the ink and the tears mesh, and like I leave everything on, you know, and I actually gave it to her, and I think it makes she start ball too and something like that. I never actually ball and like crying thing, but I'm writing and I just feel tears. I'm running out my eyes, you know, and I was upset because she had to care for me, and then I'm in pain. My back hurt me, and she's totally ignoring me. As in, throughout the 4 years I'm talking to her, I never call her no yet. Man, I never forget her for like 4 years, and I always call her and get her. Always call and get her. Only 1 or 2 times when she to overseas, and to actually never get her, or like she take a long for answer or something like that. And because of that, I did something that I wrote about in a song that when the song released first comment or whatever, one will hear about that. But I always get her. And it seemed odd that for like 4 years I'm get her, but no, I can't get her. Every time I call her, she in a meeting or something at work. So like, so what? So I call Vex and stuff, cuss, because back then I was a very ignorant person. And even though she work in a government office that handle so forth, you know, but still read them up and start cuss beer bad and say, so and so got a man, so and so got a man, so and so got a career, because that's what I thought I was. Actually, who I was, because I live who I, anything I think I am, I live it. So, I think some rapper slash bad man slash whatever. So that's how I operate. So I'm gonna call up there, I'm gonna wire them up and threaten whom for threaten and make them know so and so or so and so and stop either and rare and so, and then finally she like come to the phone. As in, so why do this for you? I get me in trouble and so forth and so forth. The same way. So and so my back hurt me, you fuck up my back, you need to deal with this. So she like give me the health insurance card because she like had me on the health insurance, and I went to the health insurance and I did like a X-ray and it showed damage. I had what them call loss of lower lumbar lordosis. So I tell my brethren at the time, his girlfriend get like lick off one bike and then was suing. So him say, yo, you should sue her. I'm say, I'm say, yeah man, sue her man. So I'm say, alright then, and I'm giving film lawyer number, and like I went to see his lawyer, and I meet with the lawyer, and the lawyer was taking my side because it was a woman lawyer too, and she was like, what? And she was like, for real? And down to the lawyer secretary, I'm like, man, for real? No man, that can't, so we can't make sure, we can't make sure undo that. And get, but no man, she did what? She did this, and she write up everything and say, yo, we'll handle it. And she give me the papers, and I carry the papers and like give to my girlfriend, and the lawyer is doing it free, pro bono, cause them say, yo, easy than the sure thing, and them say, in fact, it's the insurance company I'm going to pay. So the only reason why I do it, because even though she that I still care for her, I'm not for bankrupt her, I'm broke her, but them say it's not her pocket, them say her insurance company will pay for it. So because it not come out of her pocket, it's an insurance company, that's why I sue her. If it was coming out of her pocket, I wouldn't do it. Because even though she do this to me, I still check for her, and I don't want to hurt her. So because the insurance company, I went through with the lawsuit. So when time I do that now, and get her, she like start ball and rate her and start call me, and I beg him for like drop the case. I'm saying I'm not drop it, cause the lawyer urged me I'm not to drop it, So but she say, yo, this can happen. She say, yo, so that based on where she work, everybody's going to know, and and like she will get in trouble. And why she get in trouble too? Because she tell the insurance company that she park her car and come back and say the car damage, and because she's a person who she had like many friends in high places, and politics, it will reflect bad on her, and because of her good name and she like her title and so forth, She don't really want if you get out and knowing that means everything to her. That is her life and that is her world, and to actually end her world and crash her life. I just dropped the lawsuit because even though at the time I wasn't even working, and I'm quite sure I could use how much money I would get from that because I have permanent back damage that I even have now because my back is perfectly fine now. But if I try to lift up something, like my friend and I moved some furniture and I help her, and after my help her move the furniture, no problem, because me is a strong person. The next day I couldn't even get up, as in I was working at the car center at the time, and I helped her move her furniture. The next day I couldn't put on my pants. I couldn't bend my back for like put on my pants. My mother had to help me put on my pants so that I could get to go work. Cause that's the damage that she did to my back. You know? So it's all well and good now, but if I do anything too heavy, it'll go act up. Based on that I could actually sue and I dropped the suit. And the lawyer was very upset with me. It was so easy and so winnable. And then we'll get so much money that 4 years later, on the eve of the statute of limitation, when it gets short, when time I can't sue again, the lawyer called me. I totally forget about this, And like 4 years later, phone ring. Lawyer called me and said, yo, I have this thing here. You sure you don't want to follow through because it has reached the point now where we can't sue again. And I say, and even then, I'm still not the money. And I still could have used the money. I'm saying, no, man, everything good. You know? She always say, my thing is not really about money. And when I care about people, even though many of them not on good terms, I put them first, even above my own regard. You know? And she actually care for me and she treat me very well. So I say, Ray, even though things that she that try to time me, and one time she give me some food and and some ice cream that I never eat, and I give it to the kids and she like forbid them from eat it. Make her start to think something, but just such is life. Throughout the course of my life, everybody who me check for and so give me something to eat that actually make me feel sick. So well no, maybe I might curse my affliction and some paranoid, but if I can feel something where my mind never expect anything, where never generate anything, that tell me say it's not in my mind. So I guess I might think that. So based on that now, when them talk about marriage, I'll never get married and I urge cartel to be careful because if them can't get you one way, them will get you another way. So I will never get married. I will never I won't fall in love. Well, I never actually fall in love again because who I love already and still in love with, but I will never be with because I realize that those persons don't mean me well. Whether by them own a card or them own device or they being a puppet or them can't help themselves or them just full up a demon or them just good at acting and can actually trick and con me. For my peace of mind and my safety, I would never fall in love and never get married. All I want is income to buy the things that I want, which a house, car to live by myself. But look, I'm recreation. I like driving, so I want to buy a car that is fun to drive, and actually a sim racing cockpit. I will always play driving games till I'm dead. When I go ever, I'm good at that. Cause I like driving with the wheel, not with I'm controller with the wheel and the pedal. Cause it helps me to be a better driver in real life, and it's actually fun. I like to compete and win, So, I've been in situations in real life where the car would get out of control if it wasn't for what I learned playing video games. One time, my friend and my drive go, I'm country, and I drive, actually my girlfriend car at the time, and the tire them want to change at the back, and it's slippery and the road wet, and the car, I get out of control upon the car and then I spin but because I play video games and I know how to hang a car, it actually became fun. Actually, me I drift the car now, like it's a front wheel car, so it's not actually like drifting, but the rear will get playful because the shocks will change and like the tire them will change, so the rear get loose and playful. And I was doing it for fun and like every like actually around every corner I was actually playing with it and actually like growing and it was fun. The first time it happened, it was scary. Like I said, what? The car, and then I started to manage it, and it actually became fun. And next time, while I'm working for like I'm big cell, I was driving fast in the Vitara. I'm on them gimme, and I'm going around a roundabout, the same pump I'm roundabout with like the KFC, and there's oil around there. I'm roundabout, and or like the road better or that the road wet and the van start to drift around the roundabout. And if I never know how to drift, I'm not a good drifter, as in I can't go all out, but like basic drifting and so forth, like a minor drift, I can do that. I can manage it. So actually, I was able to drift the van around the roundabout and come out on the main, so I don't end up in KFC over there. So, because actually I went in it too fast, you know. So and all them things would have not been possible if I never play video games. So, and that's it. I like video games for like simulation, even like shooting. I used to have the games with like the gun controller, and I would never miss. I was like perfect. I would stay as far as the card could stretch, and the old TV them, the 19-inch round tube TV them, and I would never miss. My aim was so flawless. I could shoot at the limbs. I make them dance. I could like. It was actually fun for me. Like I wasn't trying, out in the. I wasn't even. I wouldn't even use the biggest gun them. I would use a handgun because I wanted to be like my accuracy. Because when time I use the machine gun them, you waste shots and your accuracy like you give people like 10 shots when them dead at 5 shots. So like you waste 5 shots. So it count down to your accuracy. So I would use the handgun them so that every shot count and kind of have like a 90 accuracy rate, So I know I'm very good at aiming because I would actually use them stuff there, and that is good for when the zombie apocalypse starts. Because I believe so the more I create zombie for real, so all them build about 8 and them thing there. So my aim of it get money, stockpile food, house, car, and stuff, so that I can defend myself when them things they come. That's basically it. I'm not interested in shooting people, you know. Do I believe in self-defense, you know? But I'm sure I'm out of practice now because I haven't done anything like that in like longest while, which is video game shooting, aiming, or driving. Because I sold a controller and the wheel and so forth. So, cause even Call of Duty, I used to play Call of Duty and win, like, but that was with a controller, so, but you actually get out of practice. Cause when I used to win, you know, in like PS3, when the PS4 come out, and I do playing years, and the car center that we work on had a PS4 on the floor where we could play, and one even they had Call of Duty. I'm gonna say, yo, play this one. I'm gonna say, yo, I'm me run this. People can't beat me. I'm in this, and I actually got my ass whooped. It was like, and this car is decades. So when time you do the things for long, you're out of practice, So I haven't driven with a wheel competitively for like a long time, or like doing a practice shooting with like a virtual gun or anything in like a long time, and I haven't actually physically fought in like a long time. Cause I'm in a fight from high school, so I'm actually out of practice. Cause I used to practice and them stuff, but some things stick with you, as in you have certain basics, but you always be like a bit rusty. So, and back then I used to fight like a lot, and I used to have charts of the body that they had, that you have at the kung fu place. You have the charts with the body and show all the weak areas in the body and the points where to hit. So maybe I had an unfair advantage because when I was fighting, I had inside knowledge of the most hurtful places to hit. So I wasn't really just thumping wild and all them stuff. I mean, we used to look at the human anatomy and all them stuff there, and because anything I do, I take it on like a deep mental level. But I guess the thing arbitrarily, so So anyway, that's that for the morning vlog. I'm gonna eat some food now. Over 2 hours. I won't use the AI software edit on this video. I just put it as is, and whoever will watch it. So this was basically burnout. Don't get married. What I want, if you are, you can. Even look at the term fall in love. Why love have to be fall? Fall in love. Why can't I say get in love? Or go in love or whatever. Fall. I don't know. Cause fall is not a good thing. It can be in the sense that the idea that somebody would throw away all their defensives and put themselves in like a vulnerable state of pure trust and commitment. That is a good symbolism, but not for me, not anymore. You know, um, that that I'm not gonna work. So I wish everybody best. Take care. Prayers go to everybody. You know, God bless and take care of everybody. Let's say I'm not a person who pray long, deep prayers. Oh God, this and so forth. I mean, you know, I might start read the Bible tomorrow, as in do my daily Bible study. But I have enough things but I study already and have written down, you know, planning to like go over in the channel, you know, because I'm trying to be like a male version of Candace Owens in the sense of her content in terms of the political and like I'm revealing truth and so forth. So this is actually the final week for me to get myself mentally and physically prepared to go all out because I want to be in a state that when I go all out, I have nothing holding me back. As in, no fear of any consequences or anything, cause them try everything with me already. As in, you know, so I'm not really care, I'm not really, you know, so I mean, I don't care what people might want try or anything, you know, platform, deplatform, cancel, this, poison, you know. I know if you buy a supermarket, I know if you buy a market, you know, fast food, I eat fast food, you know, basically, so I'm really concerned about my physical safety. Well, I am, but I don't really fear death, you know. The only thing I fear is hell and what the devil will do to me in hell knowing him don't like me. The devil can do everything to everybody because the devil is like this, now or later. That's the devil plan. The devil is now or later. Right? If you serve God now, him attack you now and make your life hell now. But if you serve the devil now, you, you live good now. And everything is perfectly good now, but in hell, him get afflicted later. Don't think the devil is going to have a special part of hell and alright? These are for all the good people who no, he have a special part in the world because he's the God of this world. So he can make a life good on this earth. But in hell, everybody gets suffer, even him. So even him now, no, I'm control because hell is only a temporary place and hell is a prison, you know. People think say hell is the final destination. Hell is a prison. Right? Hell is a temporary location. Because Revelation said death and hell will be tossed into the lake of fire. When it's a those in the sea come up, so those who the sea have, those who death have, and those who so when time you're dead, you got three places to the sea, to death, and to hell. Right? So it said the sea, death, and hell give up those the sea, death, and hell will give up the dead who are in them, and then God will judge them because since you do have Jesus and that you do take the free salvation, you are gonna be judged by your own work. So you are your own boss. You know what Jesus for set you free. You have it by your own. So you can go when I read out the book of life and say, well, you took that man in the face, you know, why you took the man in the face? Why you took the man there? Well, it was self-defense. I'm saying, alright, fine. Why did this? Why did that? But because me know say the standard of God is so high and me be my own lawyer can't see myself on judgment day, then me take the blood of Jesus and make him my salvation and me go heaven. So I will not be in death, hell, or the sea when it give up the dead who in them. But it say it said the second death is when hell is tossed into the lake of fire. So death and hell will be tossed into the lake of fire. That's the second death. So there's a first death and a second death. So the devil may have control in the hell, as in a theme place that him are the boss. So maybe him can make a life good in hell. I don't know. But all I know is say that when death and hell is tossed into the lake of fire, everybody are gonna suffer. So in order to avoid that, then just serve God now, you know, love God and live. And if you're living right now. You know, if you're dead right now. Enough people dead right now, and them don't even know. You know, enough people alive. You know, so I am alive. I'm not dead. Enough people dead, and them don't know. Cause Jesus said, let the dead bury their dead. So our job is to wake the dead. Our job is to be like Jesus. Cause everybody is like Lazarus, them dead, as in them asleep. Like yes, Lazarus, it's Lazarus is sleeping. The world is sleeping. And we have to wake them up to life. Because to be awake in God is life, not woke. Woke is death. Because when time you woke, you are asleep to God and alive to the devil. So we have to wake up people to them be alive to God so that them can live. So that's what my channel is about. That's what I started doing this, to awaken people. I was never in fear of anything. No things have to do this for like survive. And I wasn't even aware that people was watching or anything. I'm just doing what I'm doing because it's what I know how to do. And since the devil have made my life, I live in hell and stop my opportunity. And I like everything what I do, and I'm fight me. So you're fighting me because God have a call on my life. So it makes sense that I do what God called me to do. Because you're gonna fight me regardless. Because you know say God want me to do this. And you don't want me to reach my God given goal. So the devil will fight me to stop me from reach what more God want me to do. So it don't make sense. I stop and say, well, maybe if I do talk the truth, or maybe if I stay silent, they'll gonna make me live some good life and weary and he will stop bothering me. No. I try do what I do and serve God. As Bob Marley said, those in the evil now stop and I like them take no break, so me not take no break. Me I do what God want me to do. So them I do what them I do, me I do what me I do. And me I do what God want me to do. So I just eat that basically. So that's it in like a nutshell. I just say I don't know how to end things, but I know how to start things. Me that started, me is not really a finisher. Serious. As in, when time I do things, it's like I can't stop. That's why I'm gonna start bad things, because I can't stop. That's just basically me. No matter always say Omar, to the mother always say this. My mother always say, Omar, you never know when to quit. That's just me. More than know if I start things, And when I start things, I like I'm stop things. That's just basically me. So, they ever start me up in a way. Cause I was doing what I'm doing out of hobby, out of fun, out of the desire to enlighten people. And then me see the fight for me I get. So it had purpose and it give me cause. So I'm doing it regardless. I do it because it's the purpose, and I'm doing it because I said there's a call on my life. This is what God wants me to do, because the thing that want me say and what me do, other pastors and preachers not doing it. Either them do see it or them come from the theologian Catholic seminary designed to brainwash people to only weaken the knowledge of God, to them teach a watered down version of God. That's basically what me see. So me I give everything racha and how to apply biblical knowledge to practical life example. Because them teach that. Them teach the theory and give some stories, but them don't show how it applies to your current life. And because people don't read the Bible, then just go with how much of a pastor said. That's why you have enough fake religion, enough people are waste money and get pastor this and that and pastor by private jet, when time God even thinks say a perfume is too expensive. If I never for the circumstance of a funeral and death, the perfume will be too expensive that to sell and get to the poor. So if you can buy a private jet and say, wait, and those homeless people who need it. Even my church, I had a problem because them buy some AC, the church where I used to go. I still go, but not really. But them buy some AC, and that was a problem to me. As in, I don't say anything because I'm the elder, I do have any, and that's not the reason why I stopped go. But it's a fact that I can look and say, was this wise? Because the church is open, and you have it's cool, a beer fan, and it's not hot. The only time the church gets hot is 2 times. Watch night service on Christmas Eve, and the one after must New Year's service. When people come from all boats who don't really come, and the church pack up and you can't breathe. And, well, I'm can't breathe, but full up. But based on that now, them buy some AC, like 10, 15, 20 AC unit, right? And that run up light bill. So every Sunday that turn on, and light bill run up. I don't know how much thousand, but enough thousand. And I look at that and say, why wasn't that money used to help poor people? If I'm the money, if we can maintain that for 2 service on Sunday early service and late service, I don't know, a total of 6 hours or so. So 6 hours every 6 for like 24 hours in a month. Run around probably 10, 15, 20 big AC unit. The light bill that I'm but like I'm that cause. And so much poor people that run the place nearby our audible, and there's no feeding program or anything. I say, yo, that money would have, because I'm sure we can tolerate the heat for the one watch night service one time of the year, you know, or even use some temporary AC unit, you know, buy some like a portable AC unit for that, or like something, I don't know, but um, that's what I look upon, you know, and I look at how um, I don't know, as in the church help people, but them help church members a lot with payments from things from courts, you know, help church members with school fee, buy laptop for them kids, you know, and books for them kids. But everybody who come to the church drive. Everybody drive and have pretty car and them bless them car when car come, or bless them house key. So these are people who are not suffering. Maybe there's a case where one or two people have it hard they can help, but um to be buying books and laptops for kids who parents can already afford uniform and house and car and school fee, to me seem redundant. It would be much better for people who can't find food, for them picking them who are roam street, who homeless, you know, and them people like, I would say much rather give them. So I look at that as like a mismanagement, because what sense you get money but you spend it with the church members. That's like Jesus and disciples get money and them spend it among themselves. Like disciples get some money and them say, yo, Peter, hold this, buy some food. Yo, John, hold this, James, hold that, you know? Yo, Tom, hold that, whatever. It's like, to me, yeah, spend the money amongst yourselves. So that's not the reason why I stopped go, but it's something that I look at and find to be odd. You know, it seemed weird to me, and I never actually like that. And I do have the, but I will say it's not a Holy Ghost Church of God, because that's where I find God for the second time when I stopped with church. You know, during COVID when I asked him for pray for me, but not pray. This lady was prophesying, and I thought it was fake, and I volunteered, and she was able to like prophesy until the devil wants your mind, and say, I know, so I had this sort of a mental stuff where without me saying a main thing, and enough of the movement what I was feeling stopped when them pray for me. So until I fornicate and it come back, or the devil come back, you know. So I was able to find God there. God be at that point. There was even time when I'm there praying and ask for God to come and hold me, and a lady talking in tongues walk come and hold me. So I know God is there, and that you can find God there from your heart is pure. So I'm not saying it's a false church, but the mismanagement of the funds and the thing about seed and plant a seed and put on this way, blessing and so forth, that rubbed me the wrong way, you know. So um but the reason why I stopped by church is because I was working on Sundays, and at first I'd have Sundays off, 'cause I tell them to go to church on Sunday, then them start for, so you them leave up on Sunday, or like whatever, and then put up on some Sunday, and I guess nobody asks again, so it's fine. As in I couldn't bother, so you know, as in I can't get every Sunday, but I could get every other Sunday or something, but never really, so that is that. Anyway, that is life. 2 hours and 28 minutes. I'm not watching the time. I'm just gonna leave it here. You know, say what I want to say, which was to talk about the reason why I started this was to talk about the prison thing and the core and the Tory Lanez and Ray, as in for two people who I have no affiliation with, I would judge or rule or free the person who is in the most urgent and dire and punishing circumstance. As in Tory Lane is current, him have influence. You know, he's still recording songs in jail, like how Brad Carter was doing songs in jail. See murder language when I hear nothing about him, even though his brother must be one of the richest person in the states, you know. But based on that, I would say I would say see murder. If it's two people who have like affinity to, like friends or family, no matter how short, I would always say friend and family. Unless it's a real urgent thing, you know. Like if I have a brother who is in jail for 1 year and the next man in jail for 20, 30 year, and in there I'm suffering, and this is a just cause, as it is, it's not like a person who guilty and deserve or forget, I would have said free him, you know. But if the person like we're between like a Vibes Cartel or a Ninja Man, as a person who influence me or who have relevance to me, a person who like me learn from, where like actually me learn nothing from Ninja Man other than nothing take coke, you know. And him have one song what I know, but actually like not just out like no scout come skill like a Shaolin monk, a ninja, me ninja, yeah. The guy and them can't confront. Actually, I actually like that song because I feel say by the grace of God, I skill like a Shaolin monk and feel say me as somebody who them can't confront. Cause nobody never confront me yet and say so and so so and so. Cause them know them have nothing to confront me with. Because if you confront me, I can easily disprove whatever lie, and then you have to leave me permanently. But because you don't want to leave me permanently, you want to have this accusation over my head that you can never approach me with because I would debunk. You know, so that's basically how I look at life. So I wanted to talk about the jail thing and the marriage thing, you know, and to show you how I was thinking then too. Um, when I was with that girl, I had this song that I like, that I did, and it was like I was acknowledging how, like, I started to like her towards the end. The same girl who I was with for like 4 years, and I did this song on stage, and it was like whoever thought we'd make it and still be a pair after 1 year used to act like I don't care. But things changed quickly. Cupid shot me, love hit me. That's when you came in and stripped me from the armor that protect my heart. I didn't plan to be in love or select the part. Me happily married, I reject the thought. I'm a player and a pimp, I perfect the art. But between love and lust, that line very thin. And I looked in her eyes and I find everything that I want in a girl. She combine everything: brains, body, sex, money. Got upset and I left. Saw me with the next honey. Saying you hate me. How I'm a traitor too, but I still love you. Don't say that, boo. Not a sad love song. Don't play that, boo. Can't believe when I heard that you say that you don't want to see me again or need me again. Furthermore, when I speak, you don't believe me again, but stick with me. Cause through everything, if I lose you, I'm gonna lose everything. For where I'm at now, I owe you everything. Do I want anything to make it right? I lied, you cried, can't take it light. What I did, stupid. Plain as that, I was drunk. Excuses, lame as that. It went from love to hate. Change it back, cause you're the only girl I see that can change this cat. Took my pictures off the wall, frame it back. I'm willing to die for love. See me laying on the track until the train come. The game's just done. Other girls mean nothing. You remain the one. I used to say it wasn't me, like I ain't the one. Now I stand up and take the blame. I want you to have my kids and take my name. And it had one more line, but I don't remember the last line. Funny, I can remember all them lines, but the last line for close it for end the song, I don't remember. That's odd. That's really odd. But that was basically how I was thinking. And money don't mean anything to me. So why I wanted a girl with money, because I realized that when somebody have money and them wants you, it's not cause of your money and that them love you genuinely. If you have everything and you can buy everything for yourself and you still want me, then it means that you genuinely care for me. But some people are just collectors, I guess narcissistic and just want everything what them want, you know. And if them can't get it, then them destroy it. You know, you have some man to them rich and them have woman and just war them because them war them and if they know, you know. So but when somebody have money, it kind of make the equation easier and take out peace of mind, like give peace of mind that you don't have to worry if this person wants you for you, because you don't want them for any kind of ulterior motive. Well, it can be ulterior, but not like a material thing. So that's one less thing for worry about, you know. And that was that brain body sex money. And the part where she got upset and left some with the next honey was from a previous relationship when this girl who tell me that she don't care how much girl may have seen with the next girl at the bus stop and get upset and run and start ball. That line come from that. So different part of my life I use to inspire that one verse. But it's mainly about me recognizing that and how love come from there. But I have another song now where I'm talking about love where like it name Nokia, as in Kill in Action or something. And it kind of funny because Drake have a song on name Nokia, but mine was no, it named No Wi-Fi. Sorry, No Wi-Fi. And Drake have a one named Nokia. But in it, I thought about say Nokia, like I'm Samsung, not Nokia. And Nokia mean killed in action, you know, as in KIA, killing actions, I was saying no Kia. So it's based on my experience from like them thing there. So like I'm saying, I don't need a wife. I don't need a wife I. Cause wifey, to me Wi-Fi just mean Wi-Fi. A wifey just like a Wi-Fi, as in a wife who will keep an eye upon you. That's basically how I look at it right now, based on where I was, where like how like I evolved to be. Like I don't need a Wi-Fi. I don't need a Wi-Fi to keep eye on me. Strictly data. I'm strictly a data. Some people smoke and get high and die, as in the car. I get high only, no Kia, not Samsung. I'm no Kia, as in no killing action. When the bright lights start to fade, she light your ass up with a Taurus, really no Shensia. I'm not talking about Shensia the person, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about Shensia as a personification, as women who will tear down when things start go bad. Cause that girl with me who, when I work at I'm digging cell, when she break up I'm with me coincidentally, that was when the contract over and like I did like now work again or something. That's when she actually break up with me. And I actually could I start work again at the same company, but at the turn on that I'm contract I'm gonna give me. But anyway, so I don't know the words for that song in heart. I didn't know it when time I write it months ago, but I have like two versions of it, you know. Um, we're talking about no Shensia, no Shensia. That's metaphor. No Shensia. That's no Shensia. That's metaphorical. Most chicks when they look, they just see her, CRV, vehicle. She CRV. No, like no Shensia. That's metaphorical. Most chicks when they look, they just see her, CRV. She see her V equal up opportunity from point A to point B. Racks to riches. Me, I can see an upgrade from last week, so I grabbed them digits. So I'm just trying to say that them just say like money, and me just say like a better sex from last week, so fine. But I don't say that. That's just a shallow mindset. I'm just showing that I could have that a mindset that's a part of me, as in I wrote it, it came from me. It's the essence of how I think when I'm in that frame of mind. But I'm not in that frame of mind. Or I'm just illustrating that frame of mind. There's two versions. That's the remix and version. I do actually know the other version. But other version where I'm talking like how a Powell, you know, General of the Bushes, Colin Powell or whatever. And sure enough, Colin Powell is actually my relative. You know, he's a cousin. He's my uncle's cousin, Colin Powell. You know, so there's actually a picture in a photo album that we have in the country with him in there. So he's my auntie husband cousin. And we don't know him, never acknowledge her, like we never talk or anything. But I think he was at my father's wedding or at one of my uncle wedding or whatever, and we have it in like on pictures or so. So but anyway, that's that. So enough songs to look out for in the future, enough things. And I'm thinking about having a songwriting thing, because I was seeing this thing where I'm talking to Orwell Tracy on the video where it's Hills thing where I'm talking about him saying Shensi need a writer because she got job from a label. It's something I was doing like in like 2010. I started an Instagram channel, you know, where like it was just about was for like me being a writer. So actually, if like anybody need a writer, them can check me, because I'm thinking about going into songwriting to become like a ghostwriter, because I'm writing songs, you know, as in catchy melodies and so forth, you know. And I can make songwriting better, because I actually used to help my friends write song, you know. I have a friend who like started a DJ, and I actually wrote his first song, you know, which was kind of funny. And I have a friend who used to rap too, and I help him write his first song too. And then we'll have like a freestyle cypher rap battle, and them go against me. So like so like I actually use it. So like I use that against him and say, yo, you can't really call like a me write your first song, you can rate here. And like I look at that now and look at when like Cartel and Mavada did a war, and Cartel said like in a song said like I him write the first song game, I write like what song game, and actually I did that before that, as in when time my friend did a war, I actually used that to say, yo, in the freestyle battle. It was a friendly cipher like we have, cause we used to have this cipher like every Friday. We used to have like freestyle ciphers where we play with them and we just freestyle and we take the cipher them and we listen it over, you know. So that's how actually I'm developed the freestyle skill. We used to have like, yo, a cipher tonight and a cipher tonight. So we go to the cipher, For to get rid of him, this version name, him called himself S Mark. That was his name. Um, and he was a Wu Tang fan, like love Wu Tang. I never usually too fancy on Wu Tang, to be honest. I like some of them sang them, but him used to get the Wu Tang and rhythm sound. Back then it was the looping, cause we used to loop rhythm like so forth and create a whole rhythm just loop. And we freestyle over a lot of Wu Tang beats until we start getting rhythm on CD and so forth, you know. So but I like Wu Tang. They have some song I like. It's one like it's a cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money, dollar dollar bills, y'all, and everything have a different meaning now. Cause back then cream meant like get the money. Cash rules. Cream mean cash rules everything around me. CREM. So cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money, dollar dollar bills, y'all. But if you look at it now, you know, the devil see us as money. We're the devil's money, you know. So we're the cash. So when demons recognize that the cash rules everything, that they have no dominion over us, as in children of God is money to the devil, you know, because the more turn me out, we were enough. We're the diamonds. We had the jewels that cover Satan. How the devil say, how the Bible said that he had every covering, every jewel, every topaz, every rock. We have that now. If you look inside our soul, right, in our temple, this body is a temple, you know, we're not in the body. But if you look at us inside our body, you will see the topaz, you will see the jewels, you will see the crowns, the diamonds, everything that the devil have is inside of us. And also in heaven, because we have a treasure in like heaven, right? So the devil don't like that. So we're his currency. We're the devil's money that the more take away. So when they want to devalue the currency now, to devalue the dollar, the same thing. The IMF was created to like devalue the currency so that the third world countries bow to them or borrow money that them can give away at condition and say, alright, you want our money, you have to do this now. You have to buy our milk powder, you have to do this so that them can create policies and rule us with economics. So the aim of them is to devalue the currency. So we're the currency, we're the money, so they want to devalue. So when the cash, the money, is ruling everything around them, them give us cream, which is another term for money. Cream mean money. So they give us the cream to devalue and get the money to get us. So cash rules everything around me. Is that the case? Is cash ruling everything around you? Cream it and get the money. So, you know, so enough people they'll be give them money for like devalue them and get them. When time you're on the right part, they'll say, yo man, I will give you a contract man here. So some money, yeah, $1 million deal. Go on, do that. And broke you out and then you start do all kind of things what you never do. And them get you, which is his money. You're his money. You know, you're his currency. You know, so cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. You know? So that's basically I feel like I need to relive or rewatch or read everything what I did in the past with the knowledge what I have now. Because back then I was seeing things on like a surface level. You know? So I even look at some songs like I look at the Cartel song where him say like, and I was saying, why is he singing this as a person who just come out of jail? You know, like I think it would be like more like in my song, like the song was like the God is the greatest, yeah. But the song I'm saying like fuck your mother through the prison grill, fuck your mother through the prison window, and like I'm thinking, you know, a person like just come out of jail, him should like have something more positive, like as in why off style upon them people, as in just look past that, you know, fuck your mother through the prison grill, and I'm like, yo, that don't make no. As in, it sound catchy, it sound nice. I actually like it when I hear it. But when I look at it, it inspires me to think, say, the devil do the same thing. You know, the devil fuck your life through the people and put in your life. You know, because there are people who God send and people who the devil send. So I believe the devil fuck my life through some of the people them who him send in my life. Who like some of the girl them and so, but if I never recognize this now, I'd be totally gone. I'd be a dead person. I'd be either, and I mean living dead, as in my mind, soul, and my spirit. If I had stayed in music, being this person who was pro sin, you know, and who have sex with groupies and all them stuff there, and go up on tour and if I back a girl and all them stuff there. they would have me a long time. If me did ever get a record deal, a person who calling themselves sin, who's pushing the most derogatory content and sickness because it feel good, and my motto was if it feel good, do it. And also for shock value for make people say, yo, rewind that and we can come again and so forth. I've been nothing but I'd be gone. Beer darkness would have been in my eye. So if me never get saved and get this persecution for see what go on, I'd still be a Christian living blindly, not aware of what is truly happening in the world. Like how enough Christian laws now. Enough Christian message the devil use against me. And them don't even know that they are being used. The same way how the Sabaeans never know say them attack Job for the devil. Enough of them attack me for the devil and them don't even know. Because them gone, them only up on the surface level. Them know, them don't have the awareness. And that can even happen to me sometimes because like when I look, sometimes some people attack me whether verbally or lyrically or so, and I actually retaliate in a manner that I think is befitting. And I say, I wonder if it's the devil want to afflict them and use them to attack me, so me crush them or me attack them. And then I'm being used by the devil thinking it's my righteous indignation and my righteous retribution. You know, sometimes I actually look at that. The devil can say, yo, this person look like them too close together. I'm gonna make him attack somebody so them crush him. So like I was actually doing a song where like I was singing like a verse was right online, and I was saying like I was looking at the trend with like gathering and them so forth. And people are gathering when I'm talking about how much dopey, and I was counteracting a song like that, and like I was saying, yo, basically showing my level of evil here because they need gathering, and I was saying I don't need gathering. So I was saying I don't need gathering for like carry my devils. As in them carry you to me, make it flip, make it this, make me crush you. Because them love me and they know I'm gonna go to heaven. So I was saying you carry your devils, but my devils them carry you for make you this me so that me can crush you, so that me can go ahead because they know I'm going to heaven because them love me and then more me go to heaven. Which as you know demons don't really love nobody. But I was saying my devils love me so much, them carry you to you, them carry you to me, make me reiterate and so and so. And with the counteraction what I write, and though that's a verse that was written in like a war tone, like a clash battle tone. Because it still rings true when I look at it in like retrospect and things of that nature, because I'm a type of person where I try to see the good in everything and the bad in everything. You know? I try to say even the good in the bad, as in like a sort of yin yang thing. You know, and I know say for somebody who when the devil, well, I will actually get into that right now, but I know that there's good in everything, you know, and there's bad in everything, and it's just the way how you look at it, you know. Cause life is just basically your eyes is the camera and your brain process the things but you see. You know, that's why some camera look better than some. Some pick up fine details, some don't. So the processor is what determine what the lens is. Some lens better, you know, some lens better. And some processing power better. You know, cause if you have the crappiest lens, the worst lens, as good as how you process things, you're not gonna see. Meaning if you're like eye blind, if you're blind, no matter how good your wisdom is, no matter how good you have and wisdom, you can only process the vagueness what you see. You know? But if you're not have the wisdom and you're dumb, even you see everything with your eye and you have the prettiest lens, it's still not gonna process nothing. You know? So I look at that and say that there's good in everything and evil in everything. So I try to have a good processor, and my processor is the wisdom of God and the knowledge of God. And my lens is cleared by the same thing. The same wisdom is what clear the lens. Because the Bible said that the God of this world has blinded the minds that they may not see and be saved. So my mind was once blind, and God cleared the blinds off it. Take the scales off my eyes so I can see. So that I can see, further indulging in the word of God and knowing more, increase my wisdom, so I can see more. So when I look at the things at the world, I don't look at it the same way, you know. So you look at an action movie and you will see a man a clap with a man's skull or a man a shoot a man and say, yeah, you know, the car scene, go look at him skid around the corner and all them stuff there, you know. I'm looking at it and I'm looking at the circumstance and say, okay, the more to like impart this seed of thought in our minds so we'll act this way. Secondly, apart from that, this is not possible in real life based on how the car go around the corner and so forth. I'm looking at all that and I say, yo, this car actually good to maybe I could actually buy the car in actually real life. And second, apart from that, I'm looking at the imagery and what is being unspoken, because there's two stories always being told. You know? There is the overt story, the present, and there's the covert. Overt and covert. The overt is that is what is being shown, and the covert is what is not being shown. That's what you're seeing. That's what you have to look at between the lines. When I'm saying read between the lines, so you read the lines for the I'm reading the lines for the overt. You read between the lines for the covert. You look at the lens for the overt. You look beyond the lens for the covert, and that's how I do it. So we are being overtly influenced by the media, and they are covertly dissemination. They're covertly disseminating information amongst themselves, as in how they are manipulating the world. They are giving the format and say this is what you do, this is how we do it, and things of that nature, so that other people, other demons will see it and start doing that. And sometimes those demons are people because you see one thing, you know, but the demons inside your body say like a next thing and say, alright, this is what we're going to influence him to do. So that is basically how the world run. Anyway, this got too long. I'm gonna cut it right now. This is shit 2 hours and 51 minutes. Whoa. Damn. I never actually expect that to happen. Um, but as I said, I don't know how to finish things. So I always have weekends in my song. I'm a rap. I guess reach a point where I say, no, this for done now. And I guess find some way because I'm finished it and say, yeah, it done. So, that. Take care. Good morning. Blessings. Have a wonderful day. Live life. Pray for me. I pray for you. Hopefully, next week, I'm fully mentally and physically prepared and everything come. I have some new ceiling lights coming so the room look like a studio. You know. I have some new sheets coming there in the island just to pick up on clear now, or them reach Miami. You know, same color as this. I buy it for the price because I actually want to buy a purple or so. But I guess buy the cheapest one because I'm not working now. So everything I buy is like what I can afford. But when I start to have money, I'll buy what I like. Have a job coming soon where I apply. So if that I'm work out, fine. Yeah. Anyway, take care. Wonderful day. Blessings, guidance. You know. Take care.